yeah, I just want to give this truck another little blast. Well, these ones are pretty good. The Derry was the one taking a beating. In fact, speaking of which, I don't want to very quicker just to buy one. Larry Clay, President. My President, how's it going, dude? Duck, hello, how's it going? Oh, suspension. No, I don't think there's anything that's like, unbreakable, but we'll give it a go. Oh, wait, I think I was reading the screen the wrong way. Okay, for us, Wolfman Hopeful as well. I'm not too bad, cheers, dude. How are you doing? Feeling better than I was earlier. So, cat decided to wake me up after I went to bed for about an hour. Which, yeah, I couldn't get back to sleep like all day, or night, whatever. A bit of everything for me. Pretty good. We'll give it a go. Sound is messed up. Hang on. But funnily enough, is that working now? I don't know why there's no mic. It wasn't muted, but definitely the silent treatment. It's not sounding good. Ah, working. I've just touched the buttons, hopefully. I've not just killed it as soon as it started working again. Oh yeah, I'm going for a loaf. Yeah, well, funnily enough. What do you mean the voice? Working, is that? I don't know, I'm gonna have to try and... My YouTube app keeps crashing. Working, is that? Right, that's good. I can hear myself on the live stream, which means I believe it is working. Just when it's working, Will Holden Harrison working good. Kenneth bloody held the voice. Yeah, cheers guys, I think it is working now. Tree Lies, hey Mr. Wolf, how are you tonight? I'm not too bad, cheers dude. I had an absolute banging headache earlier. I've taken some painkillers, put some kind of forehead stick thing on my head. Sounds pretty gay, but it's not. Yeah, so hopefully I won't get a, it feels like a migraine wants to come on. Again, it's cause, like, I went to bed yesterday early or whatever it was, and yeah, my cat, every now and then he just randomly decides to come in my room, like, stand on me and start meowing for no particular reason. And yeah, he picked a Saturday to do it of all things, which is like, just, yeah. I didn't want to try and avoid a headache all day before a live stream. It was the one day I could really do without it. Chris Fritz, good evening from Minnesota. Always good to see you and the horse. I appreciate it, dude. Cheers for popping in. Got to get the old horse out. That's what she said, of course. I've got to go for his proper tyres. I am liking this new, well, Jack of all treads. Yeah, that new tyre thing they've added. This is like the age-old loaf. I'm going to go and get Zix tyres. Oh no, not the baby ones. The full fat ones. Yeah, I do like it though. I actually think like just the looks of it and everything. I know I sort of need to make a specific video for that, but I don't really know what to do in the video. I don't know whether to just go and do a mission. It's one of them, or do I just go and get a load of trucks, I suppose, and scroll through the tyre video. Feels a little bit sort of not enough on its own, but I'll see. I'll have to yeah, there is obviously the Kenworth as well. I can sort of incorporate into that. What's everyone think of that new Kenworth? It's definitely like, it's not going to compete with any of the top trucks or anything like that. There is something about it I like. I like the fact that you can sort of make it drift. Like, in fact, I should build one and I'll go and show you what I mean. Because even in, I'm on my mod playthrough at the minute, but it doesn't really matter. I can still go and build a normal one. And do. As long as he is a loaf. Ooh, crashed there. He took it. Took it like a goddamn professional, like. Right, let's go and get one of them quickly. What's it called? Kenworth. Oh, the DLC. I thought it said mod for a second. I like the tyre pack as well. Right, hey Mr. Wolf, I hope you're good. Yeah, I'm not too bad, cheers dude, how are you doing? Kenworth, it needs all-wheel drive. I find it to be a waste of money. I agree, I think they should add all-wheel drive. Yeah, just, I know them will all put all-wheel drive on and it effectively stops it being like a non-all-wheel drive truck. But yeah, in this game, again, it's like playing a racing game and just adding the least racy car ever. It might be like, yeah, for the memes or whatever, but generally speaking, no one wants a Nissan Micra on Gran Turismo. And yeah, highway trucks just aren't as useful. I don't know, let's get them. So I was supposed to go driving, and then all I've done so far I think is build 3 different trucks, and I haven't even really driven one of them yet. We're getting close though. I'll just put a saddle thing on it. Should put a sideboard really so I can fit a loaf in there, but we'll get to that right. Let's go and see if the drifting still works. Hope it does. Chicken Nugget, just wondering, what's your motivation to keep making videos and keep playing SnowRunner? I play it a few days and get bored. I don't know, to be honest. A combination of like making the videos is quite fun. I do love driving around with a loaf. I enjoy the game in general. See there? Just like when you're driving along, it's not Jeff's special limit. When you turn sharply enough, it kind of builds the speed there, and you get like a drift going. Yeah, it's a fair question though. I sort of, some days and weeks, I wouldn't say I get bored of it, but it's like a certain phase or certain missions and contracts kind of, if I'm not in the mood for doing like a particular contract, but it's kind of like a main one that, yeah, that can sort of put me off wanting to get on the game and get that done. I don't know what you mean. I certainly have like ups and downs on like some days I can mess around for too many hours, and then particularly these days, not even get around to doing a video. I just end up with a load of raw footage of me dicking around doing something that I don't really, yeah, make into a usable video. But yeah, some days it's just kind of like get on, go for a bike. I don't know though. It's not like if I'm getting on and making a video, for some reason I spend a stupid amount of time deciding what video, like, or like what mission to do and all the rest of it. I can burn like a stupid amount of hours just doing that. But if I already know what I'm doing, then yeah, doing one mission, and then obviously like the editing's a bit different. Sorry, that one went pretty badly. I won't mess around with it too long. But this is a bit of an odd feature with this truck that I think is worth. I quite like experimenting with it. It needs somewhere that's like really wide. Instead, like there is the White Valley runway, but keep fucking it up. I actually, again, I was messing around doing this for hours the other day. Just why I didn't make a video one of the days earlier in the week. And yeah, I kind of got pretty good at it. In theory. Well, I'm not really proving that now. I didn't help myself then. It doesn't help, to be honest. You know what? I'm just going to quickly move this this thing, Kenworth. I don't even know why it's out here anyway. I've got another crane truck out there. Yeah, I keep trying to overdrift to then like avoid this thing, at least if this is out of the way. Got the whole road. Don't know why I figured parking it in a ditch would be the best idea, but it'll do. Right, let's go for another drift. If not, I'll go and drive that Derry CX thing around. Wolf's just a SnowRunner addict. It's true, I just genuinely, particularly the loaf, I just enjoy it. So, fucked it. We got closer though. Yeah, I enjoyed dicking around with a loaf, so I can go and pick any mission, and then I'll figure out how to take a loaf with me. And then a lot of the time he ends up saving me, and then I feel pretty good about how it went. And that's kind of like, for the most, well, I mean, he's 100% rescue record, so every time I've not made it under my own steam, he's pulled it out the bag. Keep overcooking it. I was snaking around there the other day, and then coming down here, sometimes drifting into there. It got a bit lively then, I'll admit. Kind of just special itself. But anyway, I won't go on, we'll go back to the other vehicles. But it's worth noting, if you do want to do some kind of like Tokyo drift, truck rallying, why did you not just click the vehicle I clicked on game? And then, yeah, I've not noticed it with any of the vehicles, unless it's like since they've broken the gearboxes or whatever. I don't think it's intentional, but I hope they don't patch it out either. Sometimes I mess around too, especially if a new mod comes out that I like. Yeah, exactly, and sometimes it can be, obviously with something you like, but I'm not even strictly intending to go and mess around. I'm just kind of like, I could be halfway through making a video and then yeah, just get sidetracked or something. That's what I've done about 3 odd times already with the Burlack, making the gameplay and review video. Just then got sidetracked on, I don't even think I've made it off Northport. Oh, not Northport, sorry, Black River. And then yeah, I was trying to ram trees down and then trying to drive across fields and up mountains, doing various things that I don't really put in the video because it's kind of like having footage that you can compare it to other ones where I drove like the same route and everything. Right. He's in. Drive. Right, so yeah, this thing, when it had the custom muds on, was taking quite a lot of suspension damage, but with other tyres on it was, it seemed more the same. I'll go and find the mission. Took a hit off those barriers, but those anti-terrorist barricades are pretty violent, to be fair. Looks like doing all the gear now, like, just to get on them open roads. Now I know where we're going. But yeah, I like that it's 10-wheel as well. It's good to see more of them. Chicken Nuggy, just such a great, genuine YouTuber. Thanks, good night, and didn't realise it's almost 3 AM. No, I appreciate it, dude. I'm glad you enjoy the videos and that. And yeah, 3 AM, where it's getting on. Yeah, it's nearly that. Are you in the UK as well then? Yeah, about 10 to 3 here coming up. Perfect loaf time. I mean, that tree wasn't killable. I did steer, but the steering isn't quick enough. It was on me though. Like, I was just too slow. But yeah, it doesn't have like rally speed steering. I did turn about a second before I hit that tree. Barely registered. Got a bit of rear steer though. Does help. Yeah, where was this river that I drowned? Was it this one last time? It might have been the other one where it goes deeper. Don't know what she said. We're going to attempt this one though. It needs a bit of redemption because, in theory, it should nail across here really, unless it wants to try and drown. It should just take a bit of engine damage. It's more like it. That's pretty respectable. I think that other river section is just an absolute beast. What's that sticking out of the water? That was its sign, I thought it was something odd. It was like the back end of a ramp, flatbed or something. AGL John got a submarine snorkel. Oh, did he? Go and check that out. Submarine John will be unstoppable. I think it was over here somewhere. I started drowning last time. Where's the current? The current is just OP beast mode in this game. It's like the tree branches. Some of those are just insane. I'm going to try and turn. I'm going to go with the current. I might drown here. We have got a loaf. Uh oh, we're going to have to get a loaf out, see? That's why you get yourself a loaf. Oh, you know it's going to not let me fire a winch out though. Winch point, where are you? There it is. God, where did it go? Come back, winch point. Right. I just want a tree, a solid tree, that's all. It's probably too much to ask. Hang on, we're over here now. Is that a solid tree? Yes. I might jump over the... I have to just rescue it the old way. The old fashioned way. Usually hooks onto like the back of the sideboard and I could pull the truck through as well, but I think the angle is a bit too deep and this is got like raised suspension on it, so I think it's sitting a bit higher. It's not a problem. As long, what's the chances the game's just going to cock block me from attaching a winch? Oh, I got away with it this time. It was out to a goddamn unit. The engine isn't even on that other vehicle. It's an absolute beast. Right, well there you go. So you get yourself a loaf and you can make it across any river. Truth lies. Jat is way better. Is that the tyre names? Right, well. Good for you, loaf. He gets that victory horn. I'll probably ram him out of the way a little bit. Let's have we're going this way. See what you're trying to do, Loaf. I like it. Try to winch out to that tree over there. That's what you need to do. Oh, yes. Right place. Winch point. Well, it'll probably fall off, but you get the idea. He knew where he wanted to go. Right, I'll go and find a mission. That's probably what I should go and do. Truth lies, yes. Yeah, I like it a lot. Those, I think it's worth it as long as you play the game like. If you play it every other week, and that probably doesn't really matter. But yeah, I just think they look more textured and they suit it better. The grip styles look pretty nice. But yeah, there's something about it. They make the vehicles just stand out a lot better. They, like the Dolphin, for example. I don't know. It looks more military when it's got those like the new selection of tyres. New tyres, gotta find some grip. Just hanging on. Side saddle. Loaf won't let go. You'll have to tell him to train for these situations. Right. Good news is I'll probably get cargo in there now, so carrying the loaf, but he's not even hogging cargo space. Probably going to hit him on that tree. See? Not even touching the floor. Oh, good knows. The floor is lava. He's played that game. Just an Jack MSH3. Thing, was that the one is that the mud tyres? I think that's the main ones I've gone down to so far. Sorry, I use. That is a good spelling. Autocorrect. Just a minute, should I use the Club 74760? Do you know what, I've not used that in a little while. Or should I in fact, yeah, I nearly did use it the other week, I think, in a video. What mission was it? It ended up being one that I was like, it wasn't a big enough mission to really like to get the club out. Felt like it needed a bit of a bigger contract to crack that one out. Right. Have a look what missions we have. Surely I've got more than one of the missions. Which way round's the map? Yeah, it's a bit simple, that one. What we got in contracts? Oh, what? Now, does it still want me to stick that stupid bit of plane? Is it just in the square? I might have to go and investigate. How is that? Oh, Burlack. Have I got anything with a crane? What did I do with the last vehicle that I dropped the plane off with? Oh, there's the plane. I rammed it over there, didn't I? I think I need something with a crane. I don't know what the hell I did with the... I think it was a Dolphin. I dropped it off with. Let's see, can the loaf... Might be able to figure it out. Oh, you can go under there. I thought they were going to be like invisible hitboxes. It's not even on the trailer. What's the game complaining about? Mark, right, the same modder who made the Derry has done a 10x10 Dan. I was hoping it would be available for this stream, but it hasn't been approved yet. Fair enough. I did have a quick look through the mods just before I turned the game on. Yeah, I didn't really see anything. Not too much in the way of new stuff, but yeah, that'll be a pretty cool one to try. 10x10 Dan. It'd be nice if these had a winch point on it. I wonder if I can drive into the back of that wing. Tuck him in there. Steering to kick in though. I think its back end's caught on like the other rear wing. Uh-oh. Oh, he might just be wearing it now. That's better. Look at him go. It's going so well for a minute. We will try and get it there. Jamie Bastion, yes, the muds. Yeah, again, are they, like, they're not actually improving the stats or anything, now are they? I assume, like, the muds are within reason the same as the other muds, it's just like the tread and everything looks. Yeah, just better. Getting past this. Was that, oh, that Berlang's got a crane. Plane? No, it cannot. Why did I ever think it would be able to? These are the little cranes. See, and I'm not extending the crane. They just auto-extend, and then they can't lift. I don't know how they haven't fixed them. Well, I wasn't planning on doing this mission, but I'd like to get this one done so I can do the next one in the list. Now what? I remember this last time. I'm sure someone said in the comments you just got to put it in the box, but that's what she said. I ain't having it. What else does it want from me? It's in the box. Going to be stuck on this mission forever. Bleak. Hey Mr. Wolf, how is it? I'm not too bad, cheers dude, how are you doing? It'd be nice if this mission would accept this though. Bleaker, any folks enjoying the DLC tires? Yeah, that's what I definitely think they're a pretty cool addition. The Kenworth, I like it for the drifting thing, that just is a bit of a quirk of it. I don't really think it's worth the money, strictly speaking, because it doesn't really bring anything to the game that... For example, the P512 is kind of like, they're not that dissimilar. I also found when I drove the Kenworth, I wouldn't say it's tippy, but it's not untippy. When I had like the crane and the sideboard and everything on it, it was certainly tippable. And I remember the P512 being the same. I remember that, I think it was back on like phase 3 when we got that on Wisconsin. And that kept tipping for me as well. So yeah, it does remind me a lot of that. Looks nice though. I'll give it that. Breakdown of all the tyres. Discord map runner. Sorry, I missed some of that comment. Ray Symbolistic thought I would pop in and see what Mr. Wolf is up to. Been playing a lot of Fishing Planet lately, trying to finish off the Mastery missions. I've not played a fishing game in ages, but I've played a few, and yeah, they are pretty addictive. Well, I used to like going, yeah, fishing in general. Where I used to live had like loads of lakes and everything, so get a swimming pool out, like a boat, and then go fishing. Yeah, I don't know with this mission. Just being a dick. Sorry, I did see as well. Oh, where can you find a breakdown of all the tides? Yeah, map. I think it's map runner. I've not been on it in ages, but that's what I heard last time was like not a bad place to go. Justin Lynch, they are better stats, Wolf. Jacked MSH4 are the best mods for Tagers. Azos, Vorons, etc. Jack 3s are best on scouts. Yeah, fair enough. Cheers for letting us know. Yeah, I'm not really bothered, even if they are slightly better stats. I know that's sort of bordering on pay to win, but at the same time, I don't know. They don't feel like groundbreaking, like you sort of need them or anything. But yeah, I just think they make the vehicles look better. I like the look of the loaf. It looks nice with the the 3s I've put on. And yeah, the Dolphin it suited it more. And to be fair, I haven't really. Well, I suppose the Kenworth, but I kind of got them at the same time, so I'm sort of used to it having them. I've not really checked many of the vehicles that to see like what all the different tyres look like. I suppose that's what I should do at some point, and just do a tyre video and just go for a load of different trucks, see which ones suit what, and then try and clip it together in some kind of video. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure with this mission. I was hoping, yeah, to get it done so I could unlock some of these, but it's being a dick, and I don't really want to sit there all day trying to figure out what it's moaning about. Short logs. Is there any over here? I think there is. I'm sure there was some log stations on here. There is. Hang on. No, that's where it wants me to drop them off. There was it this one? Or there was one further up here. I'm sure there was. Again, you know, if they had like coloured symbols instead of white ones that just blend in. Short logs. So we can go there. We'll go to that gateway, I suppose. Grab them and then head somewhere that way. So do they... Can we get trailers that do short logs, or I'm going to have to take 2 trucks? Can't even remember anymore. Go and have a look at what trucks we've got though. I know people on Discord that have compared all the tyres. AGL John now has some of the new tyres added. Oh, does it? I'll do you know what's gone? It's got to be here somewhere. I think that one, isn't it? Oh well, actually I have to put the suspension on. What did I notice? A truck the other day as well. Oh yeah, was it the... No, maybe the Burlak. There was a vehicle I went to put the new tyres on the other day, and then it put much smaller tyres on. I can't remember for the life of me now which vehicle it is. It might have been the Burlak, but I could be wrong on that. No, it wasn't the Burlak. Was it the... I don't know. Whatever it was, yeah, there were like 60-something inch tyres, I think, is on the vehicle. And then it put them down to like 54-inch tyres or something. Right. MS trailer pack, it's cool, can have up to 5 loads of logs on one trailer. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'll have to go and check what trailers I can actually get. The Jack tyres aren't like DMSH tyres, which stats-wise are the same as the MSH. Jats do have new stats, Wolf. Yeah, fair enough. Cheers for letting me know. It's I wish they'd just give us more like information on here. I assume obviously AGL's version they're all saying like excellent in the stats, so they probably are like beefed up versions, which is good. Yeah, they just is it like that. It's not to say it looks like a cartoony tyre. It looks fine until you then like look at the textures of them. There's just something about it that looks just more realistic in general. I think the alloys help as well. Short logging frame. If I can get a trailer that can have short logs, which I think I can. I've got I think I've still got Fox's trailer pack on. I'm sure that's got something. We'll see. And I think the log trailer AGL. Why does that look? I think that's going to be medium. Maybe there isn't one. I'm sure it used to, but it must have been on some different mod I had on. It was like the same trailer as that, but it just said you can have small logs. I think in general, well yeah, they should just let the medium trailer put small logs on, because it's obviously they'd fit. It's not going to make too much difference in a road train in this situation, but yeah, be a nice thing to have in the game. What vehicle do I want to tow behind me? Fix some of the stuff up on it. Brandon Deaf, did I say something to offend you? Do you mean me? If so, then no. But I don't know if you mean that to me or if you're talking to someone else in the comments. Mark Rowe, wrong snorkel. Oh yeah, was it? Oh yeah, sorry, I'm John. I'll bring it in a sec and change that around. I might as well just go for the raised, because if I go for the active, I always forget to activate them. Yeah, we're on muds. Oh, they look pretty nice. So they're nice. The only problem is they get caught on trees a lot. If I did, I'm not sorry because nothing was done. I don't have a clue though. Yeah, I don't know. If there's something specific, then let me know. Otherwise, then no, I don't think so. Truth lies, did I just see an AGLER? Yeah, there is. Oh no, I've already got the login frame. Yeah, What map did I use it on quite a lot? What one was it? It was a phase not too long ago. Yeah, I really like it. It can go really fast, but it's weird. It sort of, it doesn't really. You get in this game where it sort of goes like Jeff's special, and you start skidding around a bit like you're on black ice. I found with the AGLER, even though it was going pretty rapidly, it still felt really stable and like planted and all the rest of it, and it was actually pretty interesting to go rallying around with. It must have been, I think it was the Phase 8 maps, one of the farming maps. I think it was the first. Yeah, the first map, I think, in the farming one on Phase 8, there's like a lake sort of in the top middle of the map. And flying around there, there's like a contest that you got to do like a lap of that lake. And yeah, that was like, I'm sure it was there that the Yar was flying around over. It was just good. As far as like, it'd be a good one to use on a Burning Mill, I reckon, as well, since there's like kind of generally a racing element going on in that one. Martro, yes, there is an AGLER mod. Yeah, definitely worth getting it. I'll get it out at some point. I'll go and do this mission, and then yeah, there is contests on here, so I'll have some reason to get it out. That's what she said, of course. Snorkel, submarine. Not in that case. Before I do the mission quickly, I'm just going to go to that awkward bit of the river and just see this thing do its thing with its snorkel. Ooh, truth lies. Sweet, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's well, yeah, it'd be better. I'll get it out soon, and I'll go for a drive somewhere, and I'll show you, because yeah, it's sort of hard to explain. It just seemed to handle going like fast really well, but the steering was still really responsive, and it wasn't really like drifting around as much as you'd expect. And yeah, it was nice. Like, it was yeah, I'd rate it pretty high on the list. Like, if I had to do contest sort of rallying type stuff in this game, that'd be pretty high on my list to take out. What was it like? So it shouldn't be an unkillable tree. It should make it killable. Right, I will actually go and do a mission after this, but we need to know the science. Is it somewhere around here? We should have gone with unbreakable suspension. Oh, have I broke the suspension, or is it? I assume I broke it. Yep, that's definitely submarine mode. I wonder if you go like under the current ray, you actually get to find out. I mean, this thing's going to be very well planted anyway. I'm stuck on something, or was I just wheel spinning? I think it was just because I was in high gear. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's actually, like, as you normally cut across the rivers, yeah, the current gets you. But I'm not sure if that kind of went under it then, which it might do. Yeah, submarine mode works pretty well though, can confirm. Let's just ram into that tree and then I'll recover it. The tree is on the list though for fighting back. I'll quickly put some kind of unbreakable one on. What did I? Oh, I put active on. Oh, right, I'll take these two. Still put your foot down a bit and you've got a road train on the go. Mark Rowe, you used the AGLER on the Glades. Yeah, that's the one. That name does ring a bell. Yeah, there's a lot, especially with the AGL mods. There's not. I can't think of one that's like. I don't know. They always like the loaf one. Still feels like the loaf, characteristically, but it's just the AGL loaf's got more power, like more suspension options, more tyres, more repairs, etc. I remember like the Paystar. That was a nice one. The Yar's got like the rallying thing going on. The Dolphin feels, yeah, like the Dolphin, but sort of dialed up as well. I don't know, they've all got like a nice twist and addition to what like the original vehicle is, so I think just about every single one I've drove. I only don't put them all on every single week, because I know I won't drive all of them every single week. And yeah, just to cut down on the amount of mods I've got on, I don't necessarily always have every single one on, but for the most part, I think, like, yeah, the vast majority of them are. Even like the, I don't know, the AGL Step, I call it the Step Toe, but the Step 310 or whatever it is. The normal version of that, like, is a very lightweight truck in this game. It doesn't really, it weighs practically nothing, but then, like, that version's got more weight, and, yeah. So you just get to kind of, like, test that vehicle. You could obviously equip it to be pretty similar in power and everything. But, yeah, to be able to drive, like, a weighted version of it is nice, and, yeah, there's always something that's worth kind of, like, testing out with those sort of vehicles. And, yeah, I don't think I've had one that I don't like yet. Truth lies. Is anyone else experiencing less crashing? Because I am. I can actually do missions on phase 9 and 10. I've not gone back and tested those phases so far. I sort of need to. I probably should do it at some point. It's just obviously normally I then load up like my normal playthrough. I'd say though I have had less crashes. Touch wood. Oh shit! Nearly knocked the cat off the sofa then. Yeah, like. Phase 10 wasn't that bad. It was phase 9 that was the most ruthless for me. Since this one though, I don't believe I've had a blue screen. And the bugs I've had, yeah, been like, not crashing bugs, just stuff like the winch points not showing up and loads of little things like that. But yeah, as far as the actual game itself, I think it's they seem to have figured something out with it, because I definitely agree. I've had a lot less crashes myself. Oh yeah, it came through the wrong gateway in the end, it doesn't really matter. I'll just go up that way. Oh, there's a log station over here as well. What's that got in it? Oh, short and medium as well. So you can kind of take your pick from those two. I'll head that way, and then I suppose I could just cut over there. These vehicles should be fine at getting across there. Maro had never had any issues with seasons 9 and 10. 100% complete on both. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I definitely had, yeah, season 9 being the biggie. I think I might have got 1 or 2 on Duncan Bay. I think Duncan Bay meant it, or phase 10 was the one where, yeah, it was the ship flying around. I think I had 1 or 2 blue screens, but nothing crazy. But it was often, particularly on like the mod playthrough, which was the one where the ship was flying around. Every time like I turned or like quit to the main menu or something, then it would blue screen me, but that was like the vast majority of the time just after I finished the live stream, so it didn't matter too much, because it essentially just crashed the game and blue screened me back to like the PlayStation main menu, which was essentially where I was headed anyway, so it didn't really have much of an impact on me at that point. And yeah, I need to go back to phase 9, I suppose, and actually just see if it's still completely ruining me or not. Brandon Cordial, hey Mr. Longwolf, how are you doing today? I'm not too bad, cheers dude, how are you doing? Again, cheers for the compliment. Truth lies, once you finish 11... Ooh. yeah, I don't know what it's moaning about. Once you finish 11, it'd be cool to see you visit some of the maps and finish off some contracts. Do you know what? The other day I was flicking through, looking on some of the older phases to see what stuff I had left and that. I was kind of going through, you know, it's got like the 3 main themes of each phase and it sort of has a tick if you've done them. I was going through some of the ones, yeah, there's like a lot on phase 2 I need to do, back on the Yukon. And this is even, to be honest, on my normal playthrough. Not, I'd imagine there's loads of missions to be done on this like modded version as well, because I'd imagine a lot of the earlier phases I didn't really get a lot done on these maps, like this save I've got. So yeah, I may even go back to them like on a normal playthrough, because I would like to, I suppose, just for the hell of it, get 100% on the game and everything. Get a platinum. I think the loaf has earned a platinum. Yeah, I think I've got like a lot more than some phases in particular. There wasn't just phase 2, there was some of the more recent ones as well. I think phase 9 in fact might have, particularly on my mod playthrough, I think that had a lot left because that kept crashing, but on my normal game I didn't really, phase 9 didn't really crash on my normal game for the most part until about a month or 2 in, particularly when they did that update. And that's when it really got bad for me on like both playthroughs. Truth-wise, OG maps. Yeah, I've probably got the majority of the missions done on the OG maps. But I bet there is still some. I think I had more time to get like all the stuff done on the OG maps, because yeah, before we had all like the mod maps and everything coming out, I just was kind of jumping around from not the phases, but like the regions on the original maps. And I think I had enough time to like get most of them done, but again, yeah, I'll have to go back and check. I can't now though, because it's like a different playthrough. Oh yeah, we're nearly there. Just smash through some trees. That one is unkillable. And that one. Oh, John ain't having it. Find a way. Tree stumps. Damage the elite vehicle. It's weighted well low down. We would have tipped most vehicles. Am I on the same? I swear I drove down here the other week and it wasn't snowy. Or am I thinking of a different part of the map? I must be. Where's the gateway? Oh yeah, I'm thinking of along there. I thought we'd sneak some snow in. Brandon Cordell, I'm good, thanks for asking. It's a long one. Yeah, no worries, dude. Always, yeah, always got to ask. I've driven this route. It looks like quite a nice route, really. With the normal trips as well, I think it'll be a bit trickier. I'll have to cut across there at some point, not now, but again, they're sort of big. Do need not really Easter eggs, but I don't know. I don't really know what they could add. I suppose even like instead of doing it's a bit late now, but that jack of all treads thing or whatever. If they added, say, with each new phase, you could drive to random places and say unlock a few new sets of like alloys and tyres. So it's not anything like too game breaking, but give you a few more excuses because they haven't really got. And it's not really their fault now everything's been added for the most part. Like, if they add a new vehicle, they might add 1 or 2 upgrade locations per phase, but there's not a whole lot, really. Yeah, adding stuff like, I'm not too bothered about other random accessories like horns and, yeah, the air conditioning thing on the roof and all that. Something like tyres and alloys, that would be... I'd certainly go out of my way to go and find them if they're adding them each phase. Which way am I going? Mountain. Let's try and drive across the mountain. What's that? Summoning my eye. Good. Do a handbrake on, and it sets up in high gear. An absolute beast. Low train for sure. Over on this bit. Tip run logs. Like a load would help in this situation. Not sure how, but it would. Any boost jump. Sort of design. The way I wanted to go? I don't remember now. Probably. Keep going this way, like. I like it. Quite like the tree. I don't know if there was any particular advantage to going this way. It looked less tree on the map. Some corners. Yes, we can run that tree. What a weird time to stall that was where the tree was kind of phased into me. That's all good. I wish with the logs they were just like permanently packed, because they're already awkward enough that they put a really high centre of gravity. Power. We didn't have enough. Well, didn't really have enough for a run-up. Eat that tree. It stalled me, but took it with me. That'll do. Yeah, I'll admit there probably was an easier route to go. How often do you get to drive on this kind of route and even entertain it as a possibility? Pushing my luck. It's a bit of a panic rescue winch. Let's turn this way. Unkillable tree. But I know it's going to bounce into it, but at least kind of... I don't know. It's like good brakes. Sometimes ramming an unkillable tree just what you needed. Easy. Now I've just got to do the same thing with the damn. I say easy, and then I need to roll it on like a pretty average ditch. Where the hell? Which way did I even come? That's what she said. Oh, over here. There he is. It's pretty camouflaged. He blends in pretty well then. Oh, good start. So left it in the reverse. Tree killing machine. Uh oh. Says. Tree might be stuck his arms up. This is kind of what I want every truck to be able to do. It doesn't mean really, like, a truck is going to drive down this road, whether it's that beast mode or not. But yeah, you never get to take the option of going over a mountain. Well, you can, but you know what I mean. You're going to pay for it. Right, we'll cross about there. We'll do John as a lead vehicle. Oh, in fact, it's perfect, because he's a submarine. I think Dan is a submarine as well, actually. I don't know if this particular one. Of course, won't be the right link point. Yeah, I'm sure Dan does come as a submarine option. Relax, Dan. He's trying to race me. It's like, chill. Let me go first. Oh no, he's pinning me next to a tree. Far too keen. Right, we are going through. This will do. So it'd be pretty cool if that was actually like some kind of swimming pool thing you have in your back garden. Natural spa. Jacuzzi swimming pool thing going on. So about a barbecue. Yeah. So we shouldn't even drown here. Right. On the ground. Should have just gone in the water the whole way. Currently. Oh, that one there. Yeah, well, that's like the submarine one I'm not moaning about. So currently. To be fair, it took it pretty well. Most vehicles would have flipped it a second going on that angle. This is the level of like routes I'd rather take in the game, just generally speaking. Far more entertaining. That tree nowhere near. Enough speed. This is like the most dangerous part of off-roading in this game. Particularly in this phase, they do put a lot of unkillable trees, like, and you can't really smash your way through. Can you just turn it a little bit without turning half a truck width? speed to kill that tree. These stupid rocks don't help. Should have brought a log trailer, don't tip. I need the short logs though, and I don't know if it'll let me have short logs on a trailer. And the medium trailers anyway, the log trailer, they definitely tip. We are on some kind of road now, so in theory should be pretty normal. Log crane. You might be able to put one on with these. I'm not sure. I didn't go through. The main thing that sort of blocks it with this dam, I don't know if it's on, like the case on the AGL version, but that prop shaft thing you can see, that kind of cock blocks quite a lot of stuff. Considering Dan's got like a nice long chassis, in theory it should be able to fit a crane and all the rest of it. But yeah, that kind of hogs a lot of important real estate. Turned early yet. Move the tree I want to see, like. What the hell is this bloody thing? I'm probably better off going that way around. I wanted to see how well Dan's chin took that angle, but for whatever reason the camera kind of like morphed into the bridge. I didn't even press down on the camera either, it kind of just did it itself, how this game has a tendency to do. Like if you drive near cranes or whatever, the camera goes a bit weird as well. Right, yeah, damn it, an hour gone already. I must admit that flew by pretty fast. True lies. Time flies when you're having fun, exactly. I would like to have a loaf with me right about now. But we'll go and get one in a minute. Go and grab a ER87 as well. We'll go around. At the end, made me feel better. Yeah, some of these missions really don't pay out very well on this phase. I think that should be more like double the money, I would have thought, at least. Well, I'm going to have to go back here to go to the garage. Another reason there should just be a garage on every single map. It should be a lot better. Oh, my phone's about to die. Brendan Cordell, submarine time. It certainly was. That was yeah, I quite like going that route, to be honest. The vehicles did pretty well. Going over that mountain was a bit I don't know, a bit crazier than I thought. I didn't think there'd be so many trees on the top. It didn't look like there was. But yeah, they did pretty well. The logs did try to escape once, but thankfully, yeah, they didn't. If you just had one that did that little red dot saying you can't pack the log. If you do get that, the only other option is if you can crash into a tree it kind of shoves all the logs forwards again, and sometimes that helps. I think there is method to the madness of crashing into trees. I've already got this done up. No, it's just another one I bought. It must have been the 12 speed I had. Mark Rowe, tight fit, that's what she said. She certainly did. Always was a bit of a tight squeeze, certainly through them trees. Brandon Cordell, there is a log trailer mod that has a short log that can have 2 short logs and 2 medium logs. Yeah, I need to look into more trailer mods really. Again, particularly after Phase 9, I kind of, if anything, deleted a lot of mods and didn't really go on to get too many new ones just because of the amount of crashing I was have going on. Which I don't strictly know if it even fixed it or not. It seemed to help in some ways, but yeah, I certainly don't want to like pin it on any particular mod. I don't think it was. I think it was whatever the hell they did in Phase 9. Something about my game didn't like it. Like, it looks like it's understeering there a bit, and it sort of is, but in its defence, everything understeers in the yard, because for whatever reason this game, that's like the least grip you'll find is on a tarmac road on this game. Yeah, it's probably not like the best example to go rallying. Oh, that went pretty nicely. Yeah, but it is a nice vehicle. A bit more speed. It's not really the best map in general to sort of demonstrate it, but there's sort of too many rocks there. Not really. Let's try a different route, because it's not really rocks in this game. Just nothing really grips on rocks properly, so it's kind of not really a good example. Somewhere. Is that easy? As you can see, it's sort of, yeah, like going fine along the mud. So every time you hit a road, maybe, I don't know, maybe I had a different gearbox last time as well. It was definitely quick, like this sort of quick. It wasn't really Jeff specialing quite as much. I like this kind of road. But yeah, if you wanted to do the equivalent of like if you had the right map and road and felt like you wanted to go somewhat close to rallying, this is probably not a bad one to go with, because it just feels like the weight's very low down, so it's kind of weighted like one of these weeble wobble things. and because it finds its way back to its wheels very quick because of the wave, the vast majority of the time you've got some kind of grip being applied. So yeah, if you're trying to like steer at the last second, it's usually planted enough that it'll actually kick in and make a decent attempt and all the rest of it. So it was quite nice to drive around at sort of higher speeds. And obviously with unbreakable suspension you can push your luck without that getting smashed to pieces in 2 seconds. Yeah, these are more the sort of roads that it feels like. It's not really Jeff's specialty, but you can actually... Yeah, it certainly feels a lot closer to if you were rallying. This is the kind of speed I'd want to be going. Took it. The beast. I kind of went through it, but didn't die. So even like the loaf's good at that, but you can start on your side and then just kind of floor it, steer into it. And yeah, flick it back to its wheels. Like in high gear at the minute. Just finds a bit of grip. Those rocks I'm trying to jump off at the minute. Yeah, and if you wanted to go like on maps, you know, say to like the top of a mountain that I don't know, yeah, just places like if you wanted to go and quickly check somewhere, I suppose like the AGL loaf is definitely going to smash its way up like the mountains as well, but you know what I mean, as a vehicle that's like a high speed, yeah, like if I wanted to go and check up that mountain at the top of there, it shouldn't, in theory, take that long to actually get there, he says, he rolls it. Quicker than most vehicles are going to let you do it anyway. Like that, the stalling. Considering we are on rocks, it's doing pretty bloody well, because, yeah, it was just, the grip is pretty horrific in this game, when you're on rocks. So it did actually land on its side, so we can get out of it, but I think it's the first time I kind of didn't weevil wobble my way back to my wheels. I was going to say, like, every time you don't need an unkillable tree, there is an unkillable tree. But every time you need to winch to something, you'll have to rip 87 trees out of the ground first. I don't even know where I am. I won't have a look in a minute. I thought, for whatever reason, that was like the edge of the map. It's pretty springy, I'll give it that. Where's my thing on my phone? The log trader one. No roll in this one, Justin Lynch. Is that, do you mean this? Sorry, was that the log thing? So I'll just scroll back a little bit. I'm going to try and get up to the top of here, and then I will actually go and try and pick another mission. I was supposed to, wasn't I supposed to take like the Derry CX out? How long ago? Or did I take that one? I don't know, the dolphin carbon thing I think I was supposed to take out. I never got around to that one. Go down the ski run. That is a good point, actually. No, surely I can't be that far away from it. Which way do I aim in? Let's go to the top. I'll probably go up it, but yeah, there's no point really in trying to go around like the long way. Well, yeah, I'll go up it and down it. That's what she said, but we'll see how well it can kind of fight through the snow. The real Kestrel, hello Wolf, greets from Canada as usual. Yeah, how's it going, dude? Cheers. Thought that was going to be unkillable for a second. Truth lies. I'm from Canada too, Nova Scotia. I've heard that's where everyone went on. What was it like? What was that film with Brad Pitt? World War Z or something? Isn't that where they all went? That's all I know of Nova Scotia. If zombies happen, as apparently it's a good place to head. Newfoundland, that might be a good place as well. To be honest, generally speaking, I'm probably antisocial enough. I don't even know if I've noticed if zombies happened until probably like a good 6 months. I kind of feel like if no one really mentioned COVID, I don't know if I would have noticed that either. I might maybe just be me getting a bit keen trying to slam it in high gear, but now and then, yeah, like something there just stopped me dead. It keeps picking its moments. Just for like a split second, it just stops the vehicle. It was doing it to me like the other week on a mission as well. Brandon Deft. Anyone else in the chat want to tell me why he will not read my chat? Obviously, he is not man enough to speak for himself. I don't know what you're going on about, dude. Like, yeah, I don't miss or skip anyone's chat or anything. Yeah, I'm playing the game, talking as I'm reading chat. If I just automatically start reading everyone's chat like as it comes up on the screen, I have no say or control over when it's going to come up on the screen, so I could be midway through talking to someone else or replying to someone else's comment. I just spend my time basically skipping to the next comment and going, oh, and then reading a comment, and then another one could get posted, so it's just not really kind of natural to read every single comment as it comes up on the screen, because I don't really, sometimes 5 new comments could pop up in like 10 seconds. Other times it could be like a minute or 2 between comments. I need to make this snow a bit less like, it's more like super snow really, because this vehicle's definitely got enough guts to like, even in Super Snow, it's probably gonna drive at this sort of speed. But yeah, it never really lets anything like, especially considering in the normal game without mods, it's most vehicles aren't exactly gonna smash up there like mod vehicles anyway. But yeah, it's a bit too restrictive, I think, like on the way up, more than it needs to be. It's usually not too bad on the way down. We'll see. Again though, particularly that they've added those ski jumps. If it was even less restrictive on the way down, it'd be even nicer. Like now, it's not letting me jump out. I was going to say jump out of 7th. Just force me back into like 1st or something. Yeah, so this is the game now. It's just whatever coding they've done, like, it's put me back into 1st, 4th, but back to 1st. Yeah, it's just forcing me down into the low gears all the time, which sometimes you can break out of that with high gear, but it's not really wanting me to. Yeah, that's why I've ended up not using this ski jump light as much as I thought I would. If you could fly down it like at the speed you sort of fly down like the White Valley runway, yeah, I'd kind of probably every mission near enough. I'd have a quick lap down here, but yeah, it's not going too well, to be honest. Mark Rowe, he did read your chat. Yeah, I must admit, I don't know what it is you're. I don't know what it is you picked up on, but I'm pretty sure I've read just about every chat that came up. I'm no troll. Yeah, Hamp's most chill dude. Yeah, seems pretty fair. Truth lies, included after you apologised. I've only wonder, does anyone here play Need for Speed? Do you know what? I've not for a while, but I believe, was it you that said the other week when I was saying about the one I used to go drifting on, and I think you said Need for Speed Carbon, and I think you might be right on that one. So at some point I did look on the PlayStation Store, but it was when it was like the Black Friday sale on. So I don't even, like, it may be listed elsewhere. Yeah, I couldn't find Carbon on there though, but I might get that at some point if it ever appears, or I don't know if they'd make a PS4 version of it. It's probably too old for that. I think I had it on the PS3 back in the day. But yeah, cheers, because I'm sure it was you that said that, and it was, yeah, the Need for Speed Carbon had completely slipped my mind. And as soon as you said it, it was like, that does ring a bell. I think that was the one I was going drifting on and everything. Yeah, this the Snow Hill, definitely not too keen on it. I think there is better vehicles that would roll over it better than this. For whatever reason, these tyres just... But nonetheless, you can tell there's obviously some kind of coding going on, because this thing was just flying up mountains. And the game's now, like, kind of making me go this slow, which downhill in, you know, a few inches of snow is a bit OP mode. You can just see, like, every time I pick up a bit of speed, it's almost like you hit an invisible wall for a split second and it just stops you dead again. There we go, yeah, and as soon as it's like normal, I've got some weird coding overlaid. See there though, like how quick the steering dug in and that. That's what I liked about it when I was driving it last time. Again, I don't think this map is like a very good example to take advantage of it as much, but it's yeah, that yard, AGL yard, is definitely worth getting and giving it a little blast. Right, let's go and get the Carbon Dolphin, because I wanted to give that one another go as well. Sure, I had one in it. There it is. Can't remember if I did it up or not though. Oh, I might have. It's looking pretty good. Ooh. So what was the Reliant? there are moose on one of them. I think that was the dairy. Right. We do need a loaf as well, because it's been too long. I should have just gone rallying around with a loaf. Oh yeah, let's poach this one. Escaped. Get out of there. This is the main one you want to get. Get yourself a loaf. You'll solve all of life's problems. It's the main reason why I do enjoy playing this game practically every day. Although that record has suffered quite a lot in the last month or two, I'll admit. Mark, occasionally I've noticed that my chat doesn't appear, just to have to quit the stream and reload. Occasionally it does that with mine as well. I also notice every now and then a message, it's normally it won't come up on my TV and then it will come up on my phone. I can't remember off the top of my head if I've noticed it the other way round, but yeah, so there's some messages that obviously if I'm caught up on the messages I can read them off my TV, but then like at the minute I'm using my phone and then scrolling back up like 5 or 10 comments. But yeah, there's it does that as well sometimes, where for whatever reason it's like on one version of the chat but not the other. And I'm not technically minded enough to know how or why that happens. And I'm definitely going to apologise for messing up the chat. No, it's all good, man, but I'm not missing anyone's comments. I'd say if there was a reason, like, if, yeah, I don't think I would skip someone's comments out of, like, yeah, I never have so far. Unless it's like, I used to get them spam sex bot things. Do you know what, they've not been around for ages, actually. One of them, you don't miss them until they've gone. Used to do me head in when they'd spam me, but now they're not. It's like, how dare you? How dare you not spam me, sex robots? Am I not good enough? I've obviously moved on to younger games. I don't know why this crane's being weird. Wasn't rotating them for a minute for some odd reason. Right, now I'm going to one-pick a mission. Did I ever get that mission done? That went horribly wrong. Oh yeah, and the live stream crashed, so I can't even... doing the cycle and all that. Collecting waste. So I want some metal beams. Oh, warehouse access as well. Get metal beams from there. Garbage I assume is going to be like scattered across the map. I've got a crane, I'll go there, ramped flatbed just for the cargo space. I don't want to push the canvas out right. fading out now. It's hanging around for a while. Just real Kestrel, good thing it takes no damage. As I smashed into a rock. Yeah, was that the R87? It definitely helps. I think it'd get deleted pretty quick with the suspension. Going at those sort of speeds. Which, in fairness, obviously, going at those kind of speeds and hitting the rocks, you'd expect some kind of damage. But the game in general is too harsh on picking up damage. So the suspension thing is bloody handy these days. 2 of those. Oh, I assume it's doing it like a first stage of the mission. It's saying the garbage trays, which doesn't really matter. As long as they've got the metal beams over there, it's a good start. In fact, I just want to see quickly where it's saying this garbage is, because which gateway would be best to use. Don't have any hints on where it is. It's probably just not going to tell me until I'm on that map. I might go to like the southern gateway instead of the one on the right of the map. This is for you, yeah, about the Season 10 boat. Yeah, what did you say about the Season 10 boat? Sorry, I did see you say something about that ferry. But I think I probably did miss the comment after that. Is this one? Yeah. True to light, also his phone isn't the best. My phone is hanging on for dear life. Yeah, that's why I've not been on YouTube really. I've not been on much of anything. It's kind of... I don't really like it because I like putting stuff on YouTube in the background, but... Yeah, my phone just keeps moaning about memory, and I don't want to keep deleting more and more stuff, because from what I was reading up, there seems to be a bug. The only reason I don't know if it was like some advertising thing in the end, is because it was then trying to sell me some app for my phone that apparently fix all these problems. But apparently there's either like the recently closed tabs or whatever that is some kind of iPhone bug that it won't close all the tabs that the phone sort of thinks it has, so it's kind of remembering them all, and apparently that fills your memory up. But then as well it was saying there could be some kind of like crypto mining bug on my phone that's basically burning up like all available memory it can get and using it to do that. I don't know if that's the case or not, but it kind of sounded, everything it listed, it was like, if I type on YouTube, it freezes up the phone for like 5 or 10 seconds, and then sometimes it just suddenly types like 15 letters in a split second, or it'll crash the phone. Yeah, everything keeps going really slow, apps keep crashing. It kind of listed everything my phone is doing, and then said you could have like some kind of bug thing on there that's, yeah, using it as like some kind of crypto miner thing. But yeah, and then it said to solve that, buy this app. So then I was kind of like, well, I don't know, is that just, yeah, are they just saying that? But they did list 5 things that was like exactly what my phone is doing at the minute. So my last attack, I need to ask my brother, I keep forgetting, I've got some like mainly cat videos on my phone that are like pretty long, but I don't want to delete them, so if I can send them to him on WhatsApp, delete them off my phone, then update my phone, and hopefully that fixes the issue. Because if it does, it'll free up about 15 gigabytes on my phone, which will like that'll now make my phone last a good 6 months to a year longer. I reckon I could squeeze out of that. But yeah, I just need to I need to free up about 4 gigabytes of memory, and I can't really do it with anything now other than like, unless I delete videos that I don't want to. So yeah, I'm hoping if I can send them to my brother, I'll hog his phone memory for a bit, do my update, and then hopefully I can send them back. That is my plan. Garbage. Is there only one? Yeah, there's 3, isn't there? Apparently there was. Trying to think where I could just drop the beams off, like in the middle here, because each of these garbage are going to be 2 slots, so I'm going to need 6 slots in total, and it's not going to let me cash in the beams until I do the first half of the mission. So yeah, I'm just going to fly down there quickly. I'll tip the trailer and just get the metal beams off, and I'll go and grab them afterwards. Something like that. I know the real name of the yard, it's called the Shaman in real life. Yeah, fair enough. Is there like some videos on YouTube about it? I don't think I've ever... Oh, VR8. Do you know what, actually, I might have seen some videos about it. There was someone did a video that was like all the real life stuff. Like in the game, it was like obviously the name, whatever it's called in the game, and then like what the vehicle's kind of based on in real life. It must have been a good 3 odd years ago. I'll watch that now though. I still think it's crazy that like nearly 4 odd years this game's been out, nearly 4 years. It really doesn't feel close to that. Push for it to turn the key harder, Wolf. Look away. The loaf will start. He's good for it. They should just let the loaf like start in any position now. Like I said, it's on video somewhere. I remember it back near the beginning of the game. Yeah, I dived the loaf off the White Valley cliffs and he landed on his roof and he still started up. Absolute goddamn professional. They seem to have tampered with it these days. I think all trucks in general, like, I more notice it with the loaf because I drive that the most, but yeah, sometimes it's a bit more moany on like when it will start, even though it looks like it should, and it would have back in the day. But sometimes you just got to wait a little longer, and he'll tip his way. Unpack cargo. So what's the better now? I could rally all over this map, and these cargoes will not move. If I didn't want them to tip, this trailer would be over in mere seconds. Something solid I can winch to. You know what might be easier? Just move the crane out and do it that way. Jamie Bastian, wait, is the R a real truck? I did not know that. Yeah, I'd imagine even if it's not identical, I'd assume they've kind of roughly, should we say, borrowed the idea off some kind of vehicle. We'll see. I doubt it'll let me get away with that, but you never know. Oh no, it helps if... oh, it's not even offering me a pack cargo option. That's how much it ain't going to entertain the idea. I might have to do some kind of weird manoeuvre, because the truck's too long to reach. It's just the crane part in this game. I wish you could just have a crane as long as like the big crane on the Kenworth I've got. Of course it is game. Doubt that was the problem, but we'll see. You never know. Nope. And yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, I don't really want to, I don't know, I don't want to play Crane Has Limits Runner. It's like, just load it on the trailer. Possibly going to make me rotate it, no. yeah, there's one area in this game I really wish they would just fix the cranes and kind of polish them, because they really don't work very well. But the game kind of forces you to have to use them, but not just use them, like, yeah, to where you've got to kind of reach to the outer limits and all the rest of it, and then they can't handle it. So they kind of show up their own weakness, which seems like a bit of an odd way to go with it. You think they'd either just fix them, or I don't know, at least find a way to not keep highlighting the fact that the cranes aren't very good. I should be able to follow these rail tracks all the way along. I think the cargo, garbage or whatever was somewhere along here. Truth lies, love to own a lathe one day, but I just bought a new ATV. Yeah, same to be honest, I would buy a lathe. If I could, I'd have one. But one day, I'm certainly interested in getting one. Yeah, an ATV though, pretty good option. Is it more like an off-roading one, or a like a bit more of a racing one? There's a guy that used to live next door but one to me that had a like a racing quad, and his number plate, I can't, something toy. But yeah, apparently that was pretty like insanely rapid. Which I'd certainly have a go on a racing one, or so I'd like, if money was no object, I'd definitely have one. But I think if I was going to buy one, I'd probably go for an off-road one over a racing one, only because I don't know. I think I could still go flying down a road on an off-road one, but I could also go off-roading with it easier. And yeah, I think years ago, I've sort of said it before, but it was, I'm sure it was a racing quad. That my brothers had at their farm in the Isle of Man and that, or their dad's farm, and then yeah, Dave turned up and said let us have a go, and then he ended up doing a jump or something, flying over a fence, and then yeah, he somehow ripped the toe part of his socks off perfectly on the barbed wire fence, and I think that was the time when he fucked his leg up or something, and then my brother Adam dropped him off at the hospital, but they left him in a little wheelchair. And yeah, because they were just sick and tired of keep taking him to the hospital all the time, they just left him there. And because the wheelchair had little wheels on it, so he couldn't roll himself. So when he was trying to scrape himself down the like hospital hallways by sticking his palms to the wall and like scraping himself down there. And I think even the doctors and that just walked past him like, this fucker's back again. let him struggle. He deserves it for the amount of times he's in there. Some garbage. That's the scout trailer I poached on the exploration video. Yeah, in the end these days, I mean, to be fair, this is like quite a long truck, so it probably is easier just to do this. But in general, I've been doing missions recently. I'm sure the cranes just can't even reach a trailer anymore. We used to be able to just about wing it, but these days it never really goes very smoothly. Chris Fritz, have you ever tried Assassin's Creed? I'd near enough say no. I'm sure at some point I've played it like extremely briefly. So I'm thinking either like, I don't know, not even a demo. It must have been on something like a mate's house or whatever, and I literally had like a 30-second go or something, because that's about my only memory of it. I've heard it's a good game though. It's just, yeah, one of them I never really got round to for whatever reason. Right, the last one I can just fly like a kite. Down the road, fly over there, grab that, and then where does it want it? Down here. I don't know if this vehicle, we can try it through here, but it's not got a snorkel, but I do have a loaf, so there will be some kind of way. when I get there, I'll weight the crane as well to where it makes me lean a bit, so at least it fights the current a little bit. There is a video on YouTube of the Shaman Russian Scout. I'll have to check it out as well, because again, I think I've seen like a tiny little bit of footage of it, but not properly. I bet it's like a bloody good vehicle in real life. It certainly seems like it was built to be like very lightweight and all the rest of it. It's got quite a small engine in for the size of it. And I assume it's all like plastic or fiberglass or whatever. And yeah, some of the vehicles, like the Azov Antarctic, I can't remember the name off the top of my head now, but there's videos of that on YouTube. I mean, it's surprisingly accurate in most regards. They copied it pretty, yeah, pretty identically. And yeah, that Azov like Antarctic or iceberg or whatever. In real life, that like shell thing on the back of it is it's got like a kitchen and all sorts in there. It looks pretty good. I'd have that as like a vehicle. Just gone sud off into the middle of the Arctic. Job's a good one. Yeah, this truck though, now it's ticking along a little bit. Like, I think it was just for whatever reason those custom muds, something about it I didn't really like. I'm sure if I smash into rocks now I'll take damage with the rest of it, but it's not just picking up random damage like as I'm driving down the road, so. It's, yeah, good start. Okay. You know what, I forgot I was even supposed to be grabbing this. Current will be going like that way, so if I sort of leave the crane like this, it should help me not to tip. It's not going to like that. The trailer's not going to like reversing either. Yeah, I said this the other week, I think they've made this section a bit too cluttered with all these houses and walls and all the rest of it. There's a lot going on. There's just too much stuff cluttered everywhere. I'm on my way through. Bit of speed and power. Never hurt anyone. Terribly. Could also be great. Just turn with the current a little bit. The crane is helping though. The current doesn't whip the trailer away. Yeah, it's quite a nice little spot to cross. Because it's kind of, you're pushing your luck, but it's doable. Even with normal vehicle. I know this is a mod vehicle, but I think with the higher end of vehicles in the normal game, you could also get over there. I just googled it, it's also built in an 8x8. Yeah, do you know what? That's the one I think I've seen, now you mention it. I think it might have been the, yeah, sure it was. Or something, again, it was quite a while ago. I think it was a video though on like the real life versions. Martro, most of the vehicles in SnowRunner are based on real life, they just changed the name. Yeah, the names. Yeah, which I imagine is makes it a hell of a lot cheaper. Fritz agreed, 100% rescue record. Certainly has. I can quite comfortably say now as well, by now, that I don't just go and rescue the little vehicles. And I'm not even like, it's funny how like in this phase they added the Neo Falcon and the Burlak, both of which I've already rescued with a loaf, but they're not even big enough vehicles that I am in any rush to get it on video, if that makes sense. Like when they have something like the Derry CX-15 or whatever it's called, the 15C. That's the kind of vehicle that it's like, okay, this might be a challenge, we'll see. And then the loaf, every time I've tried to rescue one anyway, I've rescued it, so yeah. I'm still hoping they add more, like, I'm always asking for them to add massive vehicles in this game. And I'm pretty confident the loaf will rescue all of them. But one day, they will not add any more phases or whatever to this game. And yeah, I'm pretty confident by then the loaf will still have his 100% rescue record. And then he will have earned it for eternity. Because there'll be no more to test. But yeah, I believe I have every single vehicle rescued on video. And I've certainly done it multiple times. It's one of them where I've said before, is like, if it's an easy vehicle or whatever, I'm not that bothered about, like, you know, I don't really need to see for my own amusement. Like, I might crash and just think, yeah, I'll just do the quit and reload method or whatever, because I know I can get out of the situation, so I don't really need to see it happen. But when I crash, like, a massive vehicle that I know will be, like, pushing my luck a bit, that's when I can't resist. Like, I need to find out. I don't really need to keep this cargo over to the right like it is. But can't really be bothered moving it yet. We are going some kind of route, probably not the right one. Let's go this way. This is why blue lines help, or dots in this game. Because I inevitably end up in the arse end of nowhere. And it's rarely, if ever, the right route. A bit of Wisconsin there for some reason, on the second map. Can't remember what it's called. Don't do it to me, barrier. Oh, it's gonna... Is that rock to jump? Yes. See, it's dolphin. Related to Free Willy. That's how I knew. Like crane phases through the those pylons. What if the cargo does? It's like a scene from Terminator 3. Oh shit. I was just looking at the comments as well. I just saw, like, in my peripheral vision. When there's some kind of pole band or something like that. I'll just go back, because what I can see happening is I'll tip that trailer. So, yeah. Just save the inevitable. Keeping the crane out to the right did bite me in the end though, at the last second. Typical. Just as we go flying into the yard. Yeah, so I've got to load it somewhere though, haven't I? Don't know what she said. At least with this crane, it's not just slamming down to the ground when it's at full extension. That was actually pretty respectable from that crane. Oh yeah, stage. Oh yeah, now I've got to go on. Get the metal beams. Real Kestrel glue snow. Yeah, it really is on that. Like, it's a shame because I like that they added that. And it is still mostly fun on the way down, but yeah, they have kind of overkilled it with the snow on there. Definitely doesn't make it as fun as it could have been. Yeah, well, I'll drive around this way. I don't think it will get... I don't know. It is a dolphin. That was narrow enough. What's the sideboard on it like? Well, let's find out. I'll try and cross at the bridge. If not, I'll have to go that way. But we'll see. For science. I'll just restore the crane for now. Yeah, there's 2 metal beams there. Green recycle. Do I want that? Oh, it wants them there. Oh, that was pretty convenient. I didn't even know that when I dropped my 2 there. Well, I might just go and get the ones I dropped then. You never know. Maybe one day in the future, these ones will come in handy. Just wondering how it'd handle that dip, and the answer is not very well. Oh, saving cogs. I can't remember which map it is now. There's somewhere where you come out of a yard. You know, it might have been the Phase 8 map again, like the first one. And there was a ditch there, and I used to fly across it diagonally like that, and yeah, it went about as well. Brandon Cordell, Jamie, have you heard of Supercar Blondie? She did a video on YouTube of the 8x8 Shaman. Oh, did she? I've heard of it. I've seen a few of the videos, like normally sort of super and hypercars and that, but yeah, I remember seeing a video not too long ago as well as that, what's it called, the Resvani or something? I think I saw the Hercules one, the 6x6, but then I think there was another one as well. I can't remember the guy's name. Is it like Forest Car Reviews or something? He's kind of like not been doing them that long, but he seems to be getting some pretty big cars kind of that he's able to look at. So I assume he'll probably, I don't know, be like a main YouTube car reviewer type guy in the future. It's not liking it going through here. It's like the nose of the dolphin's got through it. I wonder if it's the crane. If I hit restore crane. No. So really it sort of would have just fell through if that was the case. Well, I'm pretty stuck. So the main thing is now, I just can't angle the camera. Oh yeah, it's not even an AGL one, so I don't think it's got a crazy long winch on it. So I'm not even bumping the sidebar. It must be a taller sidebar. Stages, but we'll all get out of there. Oh yeah, that shows you there. In fact, the crane was already hitting some kind of invisible wall then as well. I don't think it's gonna let me bump out that way, because I could drive the load forward. There's something weird going on with the boxes, is it catching? figure out something. I'll just jump all over off in a minute. I'll go around the old-fashioned way. I might have to. Oh my god, bitches! Got to get under it. Got my horse. Yeah, I think at the top of those bridge arches there's like an invisible hitbox going on, because I'm not 100%, I think the Loaf's roof rack was captured on something. Oh, why are you not offering me the winch point game? You're stuck in there pretty good. It did work though, it popped him out of like the hitbox thing I was stuck in. Truth lies, well Wolf, after midnight here, gonna head to bed, night Wolf and chat. Yeah, I appreciate it dude, sorry I might have been a bit behind on the comments and things, but yeah, I appreciate you popping in, and enjoy your sleep. Yeah, night Wolf, Bizzo, Bordeaux, hello Wolf, chat, hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I'm not too bad, cheers, dude. How are you doing? Right. Bridge is not going too well. Wrong way around. Night, dude. Justin Lynch, I'm off. See you guys. Yeah. Again, cheers for popping in, dude, and enjoy the rest of your night. Jane Bassett, Mr. Lone Wolf, are you sure your phone will last that much longer? Hashtag iPhone 4. I've got, my iPhone 4 is still running as well. I've got an iPhone 7 Plus. That's the phone that I've kind of been using for the last... I got it just after I moved here, so I must have had it like a good 6.5, 7 years now. Yeah, in theory, like, it's just the memory, basically. And again, I do think there is some kind of bug or something going on with my phone, because when I look at the memory, there's about 15... It says now about 15 gigabytes of memory is being taken up by Safari, and that's like just the internet app, and it shouldn't be anywhere near that. I've done all, like, delete all website data, all that crap. Yeah, so that's what, like, it kind of... If those things exist, some kind of like crypto mining bug thing that's using my phone, it sort of makes sense, as in every time I keep deleting stuff, the phone just seems to keep hogging it. It like just uses it all up again and then just says memory full again. So that's why I've kind of stopped deleting stuff and just not even been using my phone as much recently, because I don't want to keep deleting stuff like the videos I've got on there and that. And yeah, when I checked the memory the other week, I was watching it like count up on the Safari app, saying how much memory it was using, and it just kept counting up by like 0.1 of a gig, as if I'd just freed up some memory. And then yeah, it was as if like once it realised, it just starts ticking up, hogging all the rest of the memory, and then the message comes up saying like your phone memory is full, and then it just kind of settles back down. Well, still moaning though that the memory's full, but yeah, it seems to be whatever available memory I make, Safari app seems to just keep hogging it. So that's my last hope, is that I do need to update my phone, but I've not got enough memory left to do the update, hence why, yeah, if I can move some videos, do the update, and I'm hoping that'll fix the situation. If not, I'm going to have to get a, like, well, not get a computer, just I'll probably try and borrow, like, someone's laptop and plug my phone in and do it that way, and delete the Safari app and re-add it or whatever. Because yeah, that's the one that's messing it up. Which, if it works though, like I say, it'll free up 15 gigs, which will last me a little while. A year's probably slightly wishful thinking. overall, I would like to just get a new phone. It'd be easier, really. But at the same time, yeah, if mine carries on working, I'll happily carry on. I'll use it for another 10 years. It never really bothers me, like, switching phone. Once I've got a phone, I kind of like to just use it for until it has been run into the ground. It's the same tree thumb that got me last time I drove through it. Use the winch will help. No, I will, it's close. It's fighting me. Probably best to restore that crane set. Almost got me then, just as I was saying it. Matt Gracie, how have you been with Lone Wolf? It's cool to catch you live again. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, not too bad shit. It's been one of them weeks, to be honest, where I've, about 3 days this week, I've kind of woke up and felt I just had really bad migraines. I think I'm kind of trying to narrow it down. I was eating better stuff the other week, and then I kind of ran out of the good stuff, and you see a lot of them free pizzas I got that I said the other week. I was eating a lot of them, and yeah, I reckon I've been eating a lot shitter stuff this week. And I don't know if it's that or it's just coincidence, but yeah, just it's been one of them like really odd weeks where like one day feel like shit, the next day feel alright. God knows why. Just follow the train tracks. Chris Fritz, you can pick up Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Yeah, that's the one I've heard is I've heard good things about that Black Flag one. For PS4, super cheap. Also good for live streaming. Yeah, fair enough. I might I'll check it out. I'll certainly. It's one on the list I should get at some point. I don't know when I will. But again, I've got a lot of games on the PS4 now. Yeah, I've got that Jurassic Park 2. I got Doom the other day. The Red Faction 1 and 2. I need to play them at some point. I still got that Aliens game I bought years ago that I was supposed to play. I did a little bit of it, and there was a bit when an alien appeared and it scared the shit out of me, which is the desired effect. But yeah, I don't know if I should be adding more stress to my life at the minute by playing an alien game that tries to hunt me and kill me. Brandon Cordo, you can drive the Shaman in the ocean because the Shaman has a boat propeller. Yeah, that's what I remember hearing something about that, like the real one. It's a shame they didn't kind of capitalise on that fact in this game, because yeah, that'd be a pretty unique selling point then. Like, it'd make the Yar a lot more interesting, like if you could cut across lakes with it and stuff. Mark Road, damn it's cold in the UK tonight. Yeah, it's been bloody freezing the last, probably like last week, but there's been a couple of nights in particular where it's, yeah, it's ridiculously cold at the minute. I'm kind of sat here now where I'm on a heated blanket, which is the one the cat likes, so I'm blaming him. That's why it's always here. I've got a radiator, like an electric one right in front of me. I think I might have put the central heating on. I normally don't bother, but my nephew's here, so I'll put it on. Quickest way might be it. Of course, you sit on the end. If I wanted it to balance on the end, I guarantee it would have rolled its way up. worked once. Didn't work again. It's a beautiful 74 degrees, 23 degrees Celsius here in Florida at 11:45 p.m. That's pretty toasty. Is it kind of like humid? Yeah, I think Florida might be, isn't it? Normally, anyway. Not that I've ever been there, but from what I've heard. 23 degrees is nice, but if it's like humid and all that as well, especially at like nearly midnight, I'd imagine I wouldn't last too long. Do it, game. The chances of that packing are slim to none. You never know. Oh, because sometimes it's pretty seems more forgiving with the mod vehicles for whatever reason. But yeah, not that forgiving. I think it will work. Just need to straighten the trailer up. To me. What are you talking about now? What cargo will be lost? Why? There's this piece of cargo at the moment around as well. See what I mean? Where it just to pack some cargo ends up being a faffing around mission these days. Like, just pack the fucking cargo. Stop giving me messages saying impossible and I'm gonna delete this cargo and do that. It's like, just work. It's not much to ask. It's not even like a main feature of the game really. It's just a crane. I don't know, I'll end up catching. Oh well, let's just go to where we're gonna drop it off. Figure it out in a minute. Interesting how well that cargo was staying on. Well, it's not a bad thing. I reckon normally I would have slid off quicker than that. Put them revs. Oh, of course it is. Why? Nobody knows. The low fly back anyway. Such a tosser. Well, I spent 10 minutes just to get this cargo on a bloody trailer. Could have done an entire other mission. The time it takes. I don't know why I like to like over exaggerate and flying backwards and forwards every time. It's quite funny, but look, what is he doing? Let's put his handbrake on. 13,000. Yeah, probably should be nearer 20,000. At least that's a bit more like it. It's crazy when you think it. You have to do 10 of those just to buy one vehicle. Oh, how harsh it was back in the day on this game. Like when it stole that Voron Grad off me. It cost me. Cost me big time. Oh, it's kind of worked out nicely because I got 7 litres left of fuel. Right, does he get caught on that sideboard? Yeah, I think he does. Which is interesting. Can you build the revs? No, I bet if I sat there long enough, I'd figure a way that it'd bump him up. But yeah, this sideboard is obviously deeper than most of the others because Normally pops right out. Anyway, next mission. Do I want to do another mission on here? Seismic vibrator. I'm gonna have to see again. I'm gonna have to load back to the other map just to get a vehicle and drive back to this map. I might do this one because the seismic vibrator thing's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass, but at least with a mod vehicle, it's gonna, in theory, go a bit smoother. Cobra 7, long time no see. How's it been going, mate? Yeah, not too bad, cheers, dude. How about you? KPP Dane, PS4. What's that? Sorry, is that what you're on with this game? Which, yeah, that's what I'm on at the minute as well. Jane Bastion. It's humid from June through September, and then it is just beautiful. Humidity is hard to get used to in the summer months, but the spring, winter, and fall are worth it. Yeah, it's that's the main thing that get me. For whatever reason, I don't do well when it's humid. But the yeah, that kind of temperature sounds nice. That's certainly how it is in the UK at the minute. It's a bit too cold for my liking most of the time. What is it? Let's go and have a look at me. Well, apparently it's 0 degrees. Bang on. Oh, it's supposed to be snowing about now. Do you know what, I'll have a quick look out the window. Have we got snow? Oh, we have as well. Fucking hell, yeah. It snowed quite a lot, actually. It's probably a good couple of inches out there. That's what she said. Play your cards right, they'll be in there. Right, what vehicle shall we pick? Oh, no, that's the Z2 one. Wasn't there a third vehicle with this carbon edition? Derry. Oh yeah, it must be this one. Oh, so I did already have it. Oh no, it said it was the Z2 version. This isn't the Z2 version, is it? No, it's the same modder. Active. I don't know what the difference is with that soft. Like, manual control over the road clearance. Do you know what, let's just choose it. I don't know what it'll do, but we'll find out. Cobra 7, chilling like a villain on a Tuesday morning. Sounds pretty good. Oh, I don't even know what tyres to get. This ones look pretty nice. Yeah, so I assume, yeah, not up to a lot then. I don't know, maybe Tuesday morning's a busy time for villains. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't even realise it was snowing here, but yeah, it is. Well, still got a while. I bet we don't have a white Christmas. We always get screwed out of a white Christmas. It's always like just before or just after. Oh, this does, yeah, you can tell this sideboard's pretty deep. Yeah, I wouldn't mind like see if I had a loaf now in real life, this is perfect now. It's straight out in the snow after this live stream. See a bit of rear steer going on. Oh yeah, shit, I was going to do that seismic vibrator module. Can I even put a seismic vibrator on this? when you can. Ooh. Definitely getting a low sight. Which one do I want to borrow? Question? Not that one. Not that one. I've got quite a lot of them. I kind of need him there for that plane. Do you know what, it might be easier just to build one, because I can sit here for the next half an hour going around the other 30 loaves I've got scattered around the map. That I could get, but then I'll decide that they're just better off where they are. Might come in handy. I don't know what's going on with that plane mission. Oh yeah, 12 speed. I do like that gearbox. Jane Bastion, what did you do with the Season 10 boat? I don't know, that's a good question actually. Do you know what, I could go and have a look, I suppose, because I'll probably do this mission. I won't do the live stream too much longer, because I've not got a headache at the minute, but I can tell I'm kind of... there's one brewing. But yeah, I could go to Phase 10 and actually go and have a look. I got it out of the ground. I remember the loaf pulled the boat out of the ground. I can't remember what I did after that. I don't know if I ever delivered it, because I think it was still flying around everywhere. But yeah, we may as well go and have a look, because just to see if there's any if blue screens or anything. Yeah, I'm kind of curious myself if it has fixed that problem or not. It's pretty crazy. I've only got like 3-4 weeks or something until Christmas as well. That's flowing around pretty rapidly. I think this whole year has kind of gone by a bit too quick, to be honest. Right, high gear. Put like a different gearbox on this. I've got to go and check. Surely 5 gears ain't top gearbox, is it? Yeah, high range that'll do. I think it's up 7 gears again, still. Better than what we had. Change the time of day as well. Bit quicker. I don't know why there's like the high range on these vehicles, like it's only 7 gears, not 8, for whatever reason. At least I actually got up to some gear. Did pretty well through there as well, so I've thrown a few vehicles through there. They get a bit clogged up here, but stayed in 7, that's pretty respectable. It's not the fastest vehicle, but it's got enough torque in the high gears to actually stay in them. That's pretty nice. Shit, wrong button. Bad load. I suppose they still have these seismic vibrator missions. They never really, I don't know, they never seem to go down that way. The main thing I don't like about this thing is, yeah, blocks shouldn't be on like a tray like all those like little steps at the back. So whenever you run a truck like with this setup, it's not really pretty useless for like everything else. You can't even really sort of borrow it and work it into like the next mission or anything, because it's kind of only really useful for this one if you've got this on. Yeah, apparently it's supposed to keep snowing here for a few hours as well, so might actually get some pretty decent snow. At the minute it looked like there's a few inches of snow out there, which is not bad, but I don't know. Back when I was a kid, like, it was my birthday the other week, and I remember as a kid, so we used to live like in a village sort of in the middle of nowhere, so even if I had any attempt to have like a party as a kid, yeah, there was a mate of mine called Harry. He'd make it because his mum had a Range Rover. Everyone else was just, yeah, probably didn't have much chance of getting to where I lived. So it's always snowing near the end of November, which, yeah, I know it's the beginning of December now, but it's close enough. Hopefully, yeah, if I get up in, well, get up in the morning, it's more the opposite for me when I'm going to bed in a few hours. I wouldn't mind seeing like a good foot of snow. It's weird, because in the UK, we get, it pisses down with rain a lot. But every time it drops below 0, we hardly get any snow, like, you know, rain that in theory would have turned into snow when it's cold enough. Wouldn't mind like a good foot or 2 of snow. Alright, what was up that way? What was it called? Thor's Thunder. Oh, I've already got it activated. I didn't really scan the northern tunnel. Things like that. Northwestern cliffs. Somewhere along here, maybe. Cliff at the turning. Like, well, that's a great game, that narrows it down. Cliff at the turning. Why didn't you say? Like, what the fuck? It's. I think this is why I don't like these missions. They're just very vague and inaccurate. Is there anything? Oh, we have got at least the meter readings. Which ones are counting down? The top one's counting down. head up to where we collect the mission. It would make the numbers a little bit bigger. The middle one's counting down as well. So what's that? The northwestern cliffs. Northern, yeah. Or even the cliff at the turning. It's counting down a little bit. That was bad when I hit it. Good. Just escaped, but all over with it. Got me out of there at the engine didn't start. Needs a juicier high gear on it. I think it feels like the equivalent of like the advanced special high gear, also, not the high range high gear. Overall, they are nice trucks though. They've had a few updates as well. That's like they feel a little bit more, I don't know, like pretty polished these days, to be honest. Jump into high gear, but it's not doing it for me. Where's this mission out of curiosity? Oh, this is the one. £1.5 grand, and I've got to dick around reading radar things. Still counting down the header this way, so I'll get at least a couple of them done. Rubber tobs, that sucks. I missed most of your live stream. I'm at work. No, but I'll watch. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, got some seismic vibrator module things to use. Yep, looking in beeping. One's probably picking up the northwestern cliffs then, maybe. I suppose makes sense. Would be like top left of the map. Jamie Bastion, maybe Santa will bring you Mr. Lone Wolf Bloke for Christmas. It will be pretty good. Yeah. I think I've got birds in the chimney, but if you can squeeze it past them, I'm pretty happy to wake up with a loaf under my Christmas tree. I don't know how my cat feel about it. Right, 22 metres away. It's counting up. Probably going to be like just over here or something. Down. Alright, we're still counting down this way. Another light boost. So, like, and that is where the loaf came in handy all the time. Like, if I was making a video and I got stuck there without a loaf, I might end up having to just scrap the whole video and start again, just because I'm stuck there and I don't want the video to like divulge into like a 3/4 hour rescue mission. Yeah, but get a little boost from the loaf when we're out there in mere seconds. Oh, there's a contest here. Interesting. What in that tunnel, mate? That's what I want to know. The loaf kind of reversed up and took another go then. I didn't even put it in reverse, that was weird, but fair play to him. Yeah, it's a shame they put a grate in the way. No, I'm not doing the mission. I'm not right now. I didn't know it was going to activate a mission. Yeah, clip at the turning is actually impressive how vague that is. I don't think they could have achieved a more vague explanation if they tried. Obviously at least they can just head towards it as long as it's counting down. Which it is. But yeah, they say that as if like I've lived here for years and I wouldn't know what they mean. I still need to drive this little loaf around and see what the hype is about. I just did a mission earlier today on the Wisconsin map, towing it. Yeah, loaf definitely worth taking along. There's always just bacon saving options. You've got all kind of options with a loaf. But yeah, spare cargo, spare winch point, just general morale booster. It does it all. See, like, for example, I've not got a roof rack on this. I don't know if it can have one or not, but I've certainly not put one on. But I've got the loaf. He is my roof rack. He is a drivable roof rack. Oh, we did that. Yeah, was it a grand and a half? It's a bit of an odd mission. To be honest, not that bad, because for whatever reason, just particularly, well, I was going to say, when I came out of that gateway, I had it up here. I suppose even if you came out of that gateway, you're going to head along here to that Thor's Thunder was around here somewhere. It ended up being like the first one was, I don't know, there. The second one was like there or something, and the third one's there. So yeah, not that bad, but just in general. The Seismic vibrator module missions, I don't know, they're a bit faffy. Somebody's got a few left on there. I'll go to phase 10 in a sec, but I just want to see one last go if this is actually going to accept the plane. Otherwise I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with that, because yeah, it's not going to let me unlock the next contracts until I do that. Robtobs, everybody loves a good seismic vibration. How do you get the loaf to stay on the roof? Do you just pack cargo? If you go to like pack vehicles on that, it just gives you the option really. Like when you park the loaf, yeah, on the roof, or like say that picture in the thumbnail. If I parked him on that trailer, the vast majority of the time, unless there's like some rare exceptions where a snorkel's sticking up in the way or whatever. But yeah, if you put the loaf on the roof, it just the option to pack vehicle comes up. And yeah, and then he really does stay stuck to the roof at that point. I don't know what else. What happened to the trailer? Did I just launch that like off into the wilderness? I did bring it on a trailer, didn't I? It's where it wants me to deliver it. Part of the aeroplane fuselage, which has got to be the same one. It says I get a wide bed semi-trailer, or wide flatbed semi-trailer as a reward. But I don't even know what I did with the trailer. Oh, there it is. I'm assuming it isn't that I've got to put it on the trailer and then drive it into the square, because I'm 99% certain that's what I did last time. That's probably why the trailer is now abandoning, like, up there, because it wasn't working. See though. Trailer touching it as well. Appears not. Yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of an odd one. See quickly what's happening with the boat. As far as I can remember, it might, yeah, still be flying around. Oh, there it is. What's up in the air with it? Oh yeah, Steve. There's one loaf made it back. That one seems like he's still pretty deep. Let's go and check him out. Jamie Bastian, that's what she said. She certainly did. Robert Loja, evening team. Box still kicks me out, not as much. Now my mods browser is gone. Will never refresh. Man, yeah, you're having some odd stuff going on with yours, aren't you? Are you on Xbox, aren't you? Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with some of that stuff. Like I say, it's weird. The bugs just seem to hit certain people on certain phases and updates. Yeah, I kind of got it pretty good with phase 9 particularly. And like, say, Mark Rowe, for example, his has been pretty smooth sailing for at least the last couple of phases. It's just weird, like, how and when it decides who's getting the treatment. Oh, it starts. I need a longer loaf, a longer winch though. But anyway, I figure we'll get them out at some point. Right. Fucking hell. Hard trying to click a vehicle in the air. Let's find out. It's looking pretty lively. Oh. Is the boat even supposed to come off the trailer? And Steve's hanging there a bit like, well, now what? Stalled. For what? Well, the camera angle's slightly annoying. There we go. Yeah. Is the boat even detachable? I thought it stayed on the trailer. Oh yeah, there's still kind of bits stuck to the bottom of the boat. Some kind of ratchet straps. See, that's the kind of stuff we need to ratchet strap stuff to trailers permanently. This boat had the right idea and it still found a way to escape. Yeah, it's kind of smashed into the side of the map. I don't really want to detach the trailer because it'll probably just drop me off from it and then I won't be able to reattach it. Where the hell's this loaf? It's not that far under them. I'll switch to something further away and then switch back. If not, I'll leave it. I don't want to keep messing around with it all night, but yeah, I was curious. Oh, can I just switch to a vehicle? Sometimes now when I switch back, it might start moving again. Can I see it in the distance? Not from here, really. Yeah, I think it's going to be stuck there for a little while. At some point, I won't do it now though. I'll send a loaf in, wedge him behind a tree, do a winch up to the boat. Oh look, the boat's back on the trailer, so progress has been made. One day, I might be able to deliver the boat. Yeah, it's just kind of wedged into the side of the map at the minute. But at least we are above ground. That was a good start. Well, there is, look, there's like mountains over there. Anyway. Yeah, I'll probably pretty much call it a day. I might just quickly, for the hell of it, let's just load to this, see if it crashes in 2 seconds or not. If it does, it may well end the stream kind of without me letting it, but you never know. Since I've not had many bugs recently, maybe whatever was going on has been fixed a bit. James Bastion, still flying high in the sky with Steve. It certainly is. Yeah, again, at least we're above ground now, so there's a good start. Robert Lozier, yes sir, Xbox. Yeah, I really don't know what the deal is with that. I've not even really heard anyone having like that many issues specifically, but yeah, I don't know if there'll be anything on like the SnowRunner forums, or I don't know. I was going to say send them an email, but I'm not even sure if they reply to them or what the deal is with that. It is odd though. Did you say things got a bit better since you updated it? Or like since they added that recent update? That's a low loaf. See, it does look good. I like it anyway. Yeah, hit a post. Let's go and get something to drift quickly. Do I have an AGL Derry? It's doubtful I have one in the garage. That's the one. I really need the engine mainly, on the gearbox. Zoom, zoom. Or maybe the suspension. Tyres will keep saying, as long as they're the biggest ones. Yeah, 55 inches. That'll do. Definitely what she said. The one thing I did a lot on this game, on this phase anyway. Yeah, crane kind of swing the back end around a bit more, but let's go and get the crane off. Fully overcooked. Yeah, well, it's not crashed so far. Sometimes it did last this long, but not very often. Particularly on my mod playthrough. Usually this was what, like, would potentially get it to crash. But yeah, as you can see, it was quite a lot of fun. I am pretty rusty at it. I got pretty good at just doing laps with, like, drifting it basically the whole way, just around this garage. Let's go for a little blast on the map. Yeah, it was a good phase and a good map as well. The water things were a bit odd. They're not the end of the world, because it was just still an excuse to go and deliver some stuff, but yeah, other than that, I actually thought it was like a good map. Crashed yet. Good sign. Yeah, you could definitely do some rallying like stuff with this truck as well. But again, there's always the option, like I'll put the zoom gearbox and the million torque engine or whatever it is, so you can set it up to be a bit less meaty than this. Yeah, I mean, I can't say for sure, but it was crashing on me like every 30 seconds to a minute on this my mod playthrough, so it's looking like something is working better than it was. Load Toad 84, yo Mr. Lone Wolf, evening brother, how's the weather? Yeah, well it's snowing at the minute, which snow is actually like pretty much my favourite out of all the weather, even though I don't like it when it's freezing, but at least if it is freezing, if we get snow out of the deal, then yeah, I'm happy with it. Like I say, normally I'd like to have like a snotter car at the minute, and yeah, I'd go out in the snow. This is like perfect now to go out. Practically nobody on the back roads. Oh, especially it's Sunday as well. It'd be perfect. There'll be so many roads I know right now that will have not one person drive on the entire day. Which means, yeah, it would be nice fresh blankets of snow. You can just go drifting and messing around. And yeah, like I say, not that up to anything crazy, but just drifting around and messing around. Yeah, there'll be no police anywhere, because they won't want to risk getting stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Jamie Bastion, that's what I don't understand. No real issues on Xbox One. What the heck, boat on the loose? The boat certainly was on the loose. Not flying around as much as it was. I don't know why it's got stuck into the side of the map this time, but if I load up next time and sort of, yeah, it'll, who knows where it could be. Could be anywhere. Yeah, I will call it a day in a minute. I'll just read these last messages, but I'm kind of, well, I mostly assumed it was going to crash. No, it hasn't. I wasn't even planning on being able to drive this far across the map. Rob Tobbs, I bought it about a month ago and it would keep giving me doubles and triples of the vehicles every time I went to a new map. They must have fixed it because it doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, that's an interesting one though. It's probably a pretty quick way to rack up some money if it's giving you 2 or 3 vehicles. Jamie Bastion, night Mr. Lone Wolf, see you and chat next weekend. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. Cheers for popping in and enjoy your night. Robert Loja, I've gotten free Tagers many times. Yeah, that's pretty good. Tagers are definitely... Won't mind getting some free ones of them. Like I say, the game still owes me a Voron grad, but it stole off me ages ago. And it may have stolen other things. I kind of... Well, kind of. I left either trailers or vehicles on just about every map on the game. I was kind of getting that way with it anyway, but particularly when it stole... Oh yeah, and it stole like 17 or 18 trailers off me out of the quarry as well. So it does owe me quite a bit of money in that sense. Yeah, it's been that long though, and I've got that many things scattered and abandoned across all the maps that... There's probably quite a few things now it could take and I wouldn't even realise if it did. I've got some that I remember pretty well, like there's a Scout 800 in the flooded foothills river. I usually cross there in the gameplay and review videos. Yeah, so, and that was specifically left there though as like a tester, just because every time they did updates, particularly back in the day, yeah, it could, like, it stole my Voron grad, it cloned a Dan, it cloned my loaf, it stole those trailers, so I kind of left a lot of things out as bait to see if it robbed anything, and for quite a while I was actually keeping a close enough eye on it to where, like, it didn't take anything, but just because it didn't after a while, I've kind of not really paid attention anymore. But all the cargo that I lost when I did the ANK video on Drowned Lands, all that cargo's still there, and that was like way back near the beginning of the game. The ANK was one of the first vehicles I did. No, it's not too bad down there. I was driving one-handed, so I'm trying to scroll through the comments. Yeah, nice way to make money. You can just sell all the extras. Yeah, that definitely, you'd rake it in that way. Robert Loja, yes, a little better since update. Then I used the mods for the first time. I only have the radar device and the Goliath. Now the browser is dead. Yeah, I really don't know. I wouldn't even know how to, like, get around that one. I've not really heard anyone having anything else like that going on. I don't know if like logging out and logging back in, but if the browser's gone, I don't even know if that would be possible. I use the money mod, so I really don't need to sell the vehicles. I just keep them for a rainy day. Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of the same here. It's the same when I do missions. I don't really care if it pays out $1,000 or whatever, because how much have I got these days? It's certainly going down. 35 million. But yeah, it's nice. Like, even when I say that if I'm on this map, it won't let me buy Russian vehicles, so every now and then I travel to a Russian map and just buy like a few of everything. That's why I've usually got like a spare Dolphin laying around in the garage. Works out pretty nicely. It would have been nice to browse the mods a bit further. I wanted to make shift bridges gadgets in some regions. I'd probably have bridges in several areas. Yeah, the bridge making, the bridge laying mod was pretty good. I think there's a couple of different ones. Was it Z2 that made the one that like folds out off the back of the truck? And yeah, they're actually pretty decent. There's a few places they worked out pretty nicely. There was like a broken bridge just outside the garage on, was it not Wisconsin, on Maine, I think it was, on the first map, Lowlands maybe. yeah, one of those fit pretty nicely there, and there's a few other places as well. Sadly, they put invisible hitboxes in this game, like some broken bridges and like little spans they've got. I'm trying to think, is it Chincharuski, what the hell is it called? Chinokamens. I think that had a bridge on there that was like theoretically perfect for the bridge laying mod. But yeah, they just put an invisible hitbox in the way that kind of ruined it a bit. Robotogs, we got our first snowfall on Halloween this year. Fair, is that like pretty earlier than usual, or is that like a bit of a late one? That'd be fairly early over here. I'm trying to think, as a kid we might have had the odd bit of snow, not really settling or anything. Halloween's definitely would be pretty early over here. Yeah, check them out to see if I could get a mod for a better gearbox, but the money one is the only one I currently use. Yeah, true, I must admit actually, if there was a mod that just added like better gearbox, that'd be an interesting one. As well, I was thinking earlier, you know, if they added, if it was possible to add like, say, a cheat item or a bobblehead or a Christmas tree air freshener or whatever that gives you unbreakable suspension, that'd be like, I bet it'd be a pretty highly used mod if that was an option. So even on mods that haven't got unbreakable suspension, if that just kind of transferred the idea over to it, that'd be pretty handy. Matt Gracie, I'm watching him playing along. I'm finishing up Alaska. I decided to start a new game and use region-specific trucks. It's been quite a challenge. Yeah, true. I've considered doing it myself with like the region-specific stuff. I respect the attempt. In theory, if I wasn't making, not that I wasn't making videos as such, like if this, in this game, if I could replay missions, it'd be a lot easier. Whereas like the main option I'd have at the minute is to restart the whole game, and then, you know, if like say there was a certain mission on Northport I wanted to do, I may have to do another 10 contracts to unlock that contract, but I may have already done videos on those 10 contracts, so then I sort of don't really need to get the footage for them, but I'd have to do them before I can get back to that mission, etc. And it's just sort of, because in theory at least I try and do like a video every day, quite often I never really get time or even get into the attempt of like getting footage for a video that I know will take me days or whatever to get the footage. And that's the only reason I've not really like started the hard mode or like started a fresh version of this game. The idea has certainly crossed my mind. I mean, at the minute I've got quite a lot of missions and contracts and everything just on my normal playthrough. But yeah, I kind of need to whip back through some of them really. And yeah, try and get the game like more to 100%. Crunk RVR09, what's good, Wolf? I thought I was tripping seeing you out here on Season 9 again. Yeah, that's true, I was just checking it out, and to be honest, it's yeah, I haven't even really selected a mission. I don't even know if there is any. I don't really want to do like a big mission or anything. Oh, I don't mind doing that. Where's the garage? Yeah, I'll do this contest and then we'll call it a day. Like I say, I wasn't really planning on doing anything on this phase, but since it hasn't crashed so far, it's a good start for me. Yeah, I've seen someone as well say, no professional with you today, Scotty Chenoweth. I will resolve that issue. I was missing him myself. Do we have any spare ones? The next question. Some normal loafs. AGL. We've got one. I'll put bigger tyres on, but I won't scroll down to the Zix ones. Well, I can't do it to myself and put all-terrain ones on. That'll do. So some white walls.
crane lift it? It is. Rotate it for some reason, but we'll get him on there. It's a bit of a sketchy landing, to be honest. Oh yeah, if I remember rightly, I think the hitbox on like the top of this derry is a little bit sketchy, if I remember correctly. Why does it keep rotating around like a maniac? And then yeah, now the crane turns back into its usual self. It's auto-extending and everything. So the things the crane is doing is not the inputs. Off its head, this crane. Okay, I'm just going to tow it because I could sit here for the next 10 minutes just fucking around with the crane. Sorry, no. So they put it where it's due to the load. When on some Gandalf you shall not pass mission, maybe reverse. I can't remember now. Nice. Oh, it is just up this road. Rob Tobbs, Halloween snowfall is a bit early, but it's happened before in years past. I live on Lake Erie, I think that's how you pronounce it, so we get lots of lake effect snow. It'll sound pretty nice though. Wait, is this one where it doesn't show up where I've got to go until you get a bit nearer? Well, eventually some kind of yellow box will appear. I'm sure it was right around near the garage that it would start. Could be wrong, but there was one that used to not appear until you were a bit nearer. There is some kind of yellow boxes appeared now. I don't know if they're on it now. Brain cells are working a little bit at least. Matt Gracie, I'm looking forward to the Russian map so I can have an army of loafs. It's certainly worth it. I think, oh, funnily enough, I've got 300 loafs now on my normal playthrough, and there's like, now I've got 300, it's glitched half of the 0 on the 300. I know it's not particularly important, but it appears that the game was not prepared to, yeah, list 300 vehicles. So it's kind of got 30 and then half a 0 written. Obviously, pretty soon I'll need to buy some more. I'll see. Keeps, yeah, making like the numbers bug out a little bit. Scotty Chenoweth, what truck is that? It looks like a Dan. This one is the, what's it called? The Derry, well, it's the Derry 15C, but it's the AGL version. So it's the Derry Special 15C 177 AGL. And yeah, it's very good mod.
definitely worth getting. It's just got this really nice, if you put the zoom box and like the strongest gearbox and all that, it just has this really nice balance where it drifts very nicely. And I don't know, it finds quite a nice line between like plenty of power and speed, but it's also still controllable. I do a lot of feather in the throttle. Obviously tonight I'm just kind of rallying around a bit violently. But yeah, you can be a little bit more delicate with it. To floor it and drift around it. Just discovered that. I believe the other one is this way. Crunk. Oh, is that? It's pronounced Raver. A bit of a troll for everyone. I changed my name again. Stanson map is one of my favourites so far. Spin it. Oh shit, we lost the cargo. Give me some bit of gold time. Yeah, I'm playing them in order, although I largely skipped over the map with the Lake Coved and Amandra. Just went there with vehicles for upgrades and I was out. Yeah, those maps were a little bit on the juicy side. Lake Cov, once you use like the frozen lake in the middle to kind of get at least like to the top of the map, bottom of the map, etc. That's not as bad, but yeah, Amandra, there's no real way around the fact that that's just like brutal with the snow. And you can sort of see it, well, like earlier when I was driving up and down that ski slope on phase 11, you can kind of see how restricted the snow was there, and that was with like the Yar AGL, which certainly got enough power and all the rest of it to travel along a lot faster than that. But yeah, when they've coded the snow specifically just to force you to go like 5 miles an hour or whatever, there's not really much of a way around it, like even if you have the most powerful vehicles and everything else. And yeah, Amandra's just so covered in snow everywhere that it kind of forces you to go pretty slow, like yeah, everywhere. And there wasn't really any like, at least on some maps you sort of got like a road as an option. It might be the longer route, but it's kind of a road, so it'll be a little bit easier on you. But yeah, Amandra kind of doesn't really give you that as much. There's probably some bits where there's a road, but generally speaking, I remember a hell of a lot of slowly crawling through snow at like, yeah, a mile an hour if that, on Amandra. Certainly enough of it anyway. The lake is it's getting a bit lively at the back there, but I assume it's still going to be quicker to go around. Might be the gold mining yard thing. Cut through the trees, it's just going to get stuck. So I mean though, for a rallying truck this thing would be pretty bloody good for its size. it doesn't dig in like permanently. It just stuck it and it carries on driving. Because where they just land it is kind of like a big pit of mud there. What did it... Oh, was it just... I think it was the new trailer discovered through me. I thought I'd completed the mission, then I was looking like, hang on a minute. Well, I've still got the fuel. Yeah, 7:32. Luckily, those last few seconds didn't tip me over into a silver. Yeah, well that shows you how little I actually got to drive on this phase at all. That forklift I just discovered, this trailer I just discovered, so... I never even managed to get from the garage, like, yeah, to this corner just to discover that. Or over here to find the trailer or anything, so I probably have near enough. Well, there is some missions done. Oh yeah, then again, once I deleted loads of mods, it did actually become a little bit better, so that's obviously like... I got some of them done. But yeah, at least Phase 9 appears to be working better than it was. Is that Crunkgraver, previously known as... Yeah, did you mark that? I thought it was. Your picture thing is still the same. Luckily, otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't have had a clue. Scotty Chunnerworth, I had to start over my game because I tried a mod and it messed up my save games. Now I'm back in Michigan. That always worries me, to be honest. Yeah, I'll be pretty gutted if I lost my kind of whole save. The other day as well, funnily enough, it was one of the nights I didn't make a video. I think in the end it was just my cat had trod on like the wire at the back, but it wasn't reading my external hard drive, and that's what my SnowRunner game is loaded onto. So the other night I couldn't even get the SnowRunner game to come on. In the end, I unplugged everything and replugged it in, but just restarted the PlayStation, and then it read it. For whatever reason, it wasn't. When I plugged it back in, it wasn't reading it until I turned the PlayStation off and on. Rob Tobbs, all for real, Scotty, that sucks. Yeah, that would piss me off a hell of a lot. That loaf need buffed out. Yeah, I must admit, it's got a few marks on it now. It'll polish right out. He's all good. He's born to take it. Yeah, that's what she said. I did use the lake and it was still a bitch, lol, but your videos helped out on the best route. No, that's good, man. I must admit, the overall, those maps are just, yeah, they were a punishment. The cutting up the lake definitely helped on Lake Covd, but I remember particularly to the north of the map where it wants you to do some logging and all sorts. It was just, yeah, it was a pretty brutal map, but I would say, like, the Amur region, or Amur, however the hell you pronounce it, that was like very brutal, but felt more organically brutal. Like Northern Aegis Installation was actually just a pretty crazy map. Lake Covd and Imandra just felt like they'd dialed up the super snow and death snow to the point that it just forced you to go slow everywhere, but it didn't. There were certain places on that map, like particularly I remember some places on Imandra that you still were only driving in like a matter of inches of snow, and yeah, they'd completely kill like some of the top vehicles in the game from being able to move. So they just kind of used that super snow mechanic to their advantage a bit too much on those maps, and it just felt a little bit like unrealistically being held back. What do you think of the W990? I kind of feel like it's a slightly worse P512 with better range. Yeah, that's probably not too far off. Again, the fact that it does this weird drifting thing, I like that as a random quirk, but it's not anything that's going to be useful in the game. Once I've messed around and had my 5 minutes of fun doing that, then yeah, I'll soon get over that. And yeah, it's just not very usable these days. I certainly think at least with Phase 11 it's doable with more missions than I can remember on any previous phases, really, maybe with the exception of some of the original maps. There's enough roads on Phase 11 that you can actually use highway vehicles, and so the Kenworth is definitely usable on Phase 11, but by extension so is practically every truck in that case. And yeah, it doesn't do enough that I'd be using it like long term. It needs all-wheel drive added, but maybe a lot of people seem to be of the same opinion that it's not a terrible truck, but I think the fact that it hasn't got all-wheel drive just stops it even being like a serious contender for a lot of things. Maybe if they have a change of heart and add all-wheel drive, then yeah, we'll see. But again, I just need to get a night where I can actually get it all done in one go. I'd like to get the gameplay and review video done on that, but I think I said that last time, and again this week just went by in the blink of an eye. Robert Lozier, starting over is my biggest fear. The way I play it, literally a yard at a time, meaning carefully and slowly, methodical, and my box is 2 months old. I so cringe knowing she crashes whenever. Yeah, I haven't been able to be completely like methodical, because just doing videos and all the rest of it, but I know what you mean. That would be more my playstyle. On a lot of games I go like that. I did like that on Elder Scrolls Oblivion back in the day, and yeah, I think that was the first PlayStation 3 I got, and that crashed and I had to delete my data, and yeah, I don't like doing that. Like, I really don't like having to start over. Well, if it's a good game like Grand Theft Auto 5, I've started that multiple times, but you know what I mean, I don't like to be forced to start over once I've got my save. And even on like the multiple times I've done Grand Theft Auto 5, it's either been like once was on a PlayStation 3, then it was on my brother's PlayStation 4, then it was on my PlayStation 4, and so on and so on, so there's always like a new reason to do it. I didn't see the video, but I heard there was some news about Grand Theft Auto 6 the other day, that it was on its way. I can't remember what they said about it now. I can't remember if it was a soundtrack or something they were added, or some person was recording audio for it, but yeah, at least that's sounding like it's getting a bit closer. Rob Tobbs, yeah, sometimes they seem unrealistically difficult, like the devs are trying too hard. Still good fun though. Yeah, that's what I agree though. I think every now and then they've dialed it, yeah, gone a little bit too far to make the game like as slow as possible. But for the most part, they get it pretty well. Like, Mandarin Lake Cove stand out for me as like, that did go a bit far on those, but yeah, again, they seem to kill it a little bit with snow quite a lot. They a lot better at judging it right with mud these days. But the snow, I mean, I suppose that ski slope on Phase 11, yeah, they need to dial it down a little bit, whatever super snow thing they've got going on is. Scott Chandler with the P16, even with its shortcomings, has so much power it could work on nearly every map, but especially for logging. Yeah, the P16, I like that. I use that. I've probably used it on just about every phase. I'd certainly like if that could have all-wheel drive as well. But yeah, that's one of those rare exceptions where it's so heavy, it kind of, I've said it before, it generates its own grip just from how heavy it is and how much it plants itself into the ground. So that's one of the few trucks that, again, I would definitely like it if they added all-wheel drive. But that's probably one of the exceptions that I don't mind that much being like non-all-wheel drive. Because even the front of the truck is weighted enough, even though there's no power going to the front wheels, they still plant themselves in the ground so well that when you steer, this truck feels a little bit more like it behaves as if there is power going to the front, just in like how well it steers, and it doesn't understeer like a madman or anything. It was the highway, the region mod that messed up my save. Fair enough. I can't remember if I did get that map at one point, but yeah, I'll the highway, the region mod, I'll be sure to steer clear of that just in case. Which it may not be specifically that mod, but I know what you mean. Back in the day, there was what's the modder? It was called like the M181 or whatever, something like that. And the mod was fine. There was a lot of people using it. It was highly rated and all the rest of it. For whatever reason, when I used to download it, after half an hour, it would just make my game blue screen. But yeah, it wasn't really anything against the mod. The mod was fine. It just, I don't know, for some reason, it's a bit like how some people get crashes and bugs and that going on with each phase update. Just that mod didn't seem to sit well with my game, and it just kept blue screening me. But yeah, other people I'd asked, they were saying like they've had no problems with it. And like I said, it was certainly highly rated enough to where I'd imagine the vast majority of people weren't having issues either, because people are, if anything, a little bit strict on like voting the mods. There's a lot of good mods that should have a higher rating than they've got, really. Crunk Reaver, speaking of the P16, expected all the rear-wheel drive trucks to be like it, but because it performs so much better than every other non-all-wheel drive truck in the game, I don't really understand how special it is. Yeah, it's a lot of them where I think it got overlooked by quite a lot of people because it wasn't all-wheel drive, and there is some other non-all-wheel drive vehicles in the game, like the Transstar, some of the highway vehicles. Yeah, I, within reason, kind of assumed the same, at least when I got to the P16, just thought, oh, it's going to be terrible because it's not all-wheel drive. I think I ended up sort of having to use it anyway because I did the gameplay and review video. And yeah, I just always liked it, even in like the top 10 truck videos I did. I believe that was one of them. It's a bit of an underrated truck, really, especially because in this game, a lot of the vehicles, for some reason, they kind of do them on the lighter side. There's some trucks in this game that just, you can clearly tell from how they handle and all the rest of it, like they weigh nothing compared to what a truck of that size, etc., would weigh in real life. But the P16 is one of those vehicles that is quite generously weighted in this game, and yeah, it makes a difference. There's a reason I like the Navistar as well, which is you can get it as a DLC. It was originally like a pre-order bonus or something. Yeah, that's just weighted very well, and that drives nicely because of it. It's another vehicle that's it's a shame they've kind of got it as a pre-order bonus vehicle. It'd be nice by now if they just gave it to everyone, because it's actually a nice, the way it's been built and everything, it fits well in this game, like driving it around. It's not the most amazing vehicle, it's not going to dominate like the Tigers and those sort of vehicles, but yeah, driving it around, like, it just feels nice. Yeah, well, I'll probably call it a day there, because I did say I would about half an hour ago, but as it happens, I start yapping and all the rest of it. Well, yeah, we ended up doing a little bit of Phase 9 for no reason. Well, it didn't crash, that's why. Yeah, in theory, I want to get the gameplay and review video and that done. I've still got 3 of them to do. Well, 3 from this phase. I've got the bloody Neo Falcon, the Burlac, and the Kenworth. I'll probably do the Kenworth first, and then I need to get that Burlac out of the way. And then I'll do the Neo Falcon as well. I actually like that vehicle. I've not really driven it much on videos or done a hell of a lot with it, but I have, like, it's not bad for a Scout. It's not something I'm going to use long term, because I'll use the Loaf, but yeah, it's not terrible for a vehicle. Yeah, I'll call it a day there. Mark Rowe, I've only ever had a couple of mods that caused issues out of the 100 or more that I've tried. Been pretty lucky. Yeah, true, you let me know, like, the good mods as well, so I've kind of circumvented quite a lot of the issues going on with that. It's the same here, really, within reason. I've only had a few mods. When Phase 9 was crashing, I think that was more the game in general. I don't really want to pin it on any particular mod. I think reducing the amount of mods I had on helped overall, but yeah, I think it was some kind of RAM issue or whatever going on, like, just something wasn't happy about it. But yeah, overall, considering the amount of mods I've used, it's pretty rare they get like a bad one these days that's trollish. Yeah, Mark Ray, thanks for the stream. No worries, dude. Robertovs, good night, y'all. Yeah, I appreciate everyone. Cheers for popping in. And like I say, in theory, I'm trying to do daily videos, so we'll see how it goes. I won't say too much, because you never know. Every time I say I want to get this and this done, it ends up being a busier week than... If I just say I'll be too busy to make videos this week, I'll probably end up getting a free day every week. Every day in the week. Honestly, despite its power issues, that's why I really like the P12. It just feels very realistically weighted and thus satisfying to drive. Yeah, exactly. The P12, I'm not as keen on the P12, but I know what you mean. The weight on it is still more like it should be for a truck of that size. Thanks for the stream, brother. Yeah, no worries, dude. Cheers for popping in. Matt Gracie, good night, everyone. And to you, dude. Sorry I only got to pop in for a minute. No, that's all good, man. Some weeks, you never know. But yeah, hopefully, as long as... I've ordered a new headset as well, so hopefully I won't have these crackling, staticky issues and all that going on as much. Yeah, cheers for popping in, everyone, though. Enjoy the rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is where you are. I'm going to go... I might go and make... I don't know. I might go and make some snowballs. There's no one to throw them at yet, though. But yeah, one way or another, I'll be back soon, and enjoy the rest of your night. I actually get to end the stream again.